Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, when I was a younger person, I enjoyed wrestling. But as soon as
You like the Whopper and wrestling back in the day.
you know what? Let me tell you. At one point I stopped eating Burger King for a long time. I may have told y'all this story. I ate Burger King one time, man. I had food poisoning. I never forget that.
So since then,
I mean, listen, I I eat some fast foods. I'd be lying if I didn't, but I don't eat most of the chain fast foods. I'm kind of bougie when it comes to eating.
It ain't nothing wrong with
the
being
opposite
bougie.
of me.
Yeah, I mean, like I couldn't live like you live. I couldn't be going to Kings Dominion and getting meals and Taco Bell on a regular basis. I couldn't even live with myself like that. I couldn't.
I don't
I'd
even look
I'd
myself in
rather
the
eat at
mirror at
home. You
night.
know, I'd rather eat something at home. Like tonight, I had like this already prepared grilled chicken. It was some salad that's made. I got some pico de gallo.
There you go.
I put it on the grilled chicken, added some lime, put it in the microwave, put it over my salad, and have some Italian dressing from Olive Garden. That was my
Yeah.
meal. And I had a smoothie too that I made with it had dragon fruit, raspberries, pomegranate. I had used some yogurt in it for the protein. So yeah, that
Eesh.
was my dinner tonight.
Yeah, I mean you're not talking to food connoisseurs. This is the guys who will eat
Anything I know.
leftovers from like 2 weeks.
Now trust me now. I'll eat some leftovers. Some leftover pizza. I eat it cold in the microwave. You know.
How many days do you think you'd go out?
I mean,
Like
on a normal, if normally, like during the school year, I probably maybe go out, maybe on average, probably one and a half, maybe, right? Eat a lot of leftovers in the school year. During the summer, when my wife tries to get me to cook, she's probably watching. I tend to go out and buy food more, because I just, summertime, I want to just relax. I mean,
you're
cooking
like,
and
I don't
having to
want to sit
clean
there
up.
cooking for 2 hours.
I don't cook now. Like, I mean, I mean, I've cooked a couple things recently. I made her some steak one time and some asparagus and all that stuff,
Hmm.
man. But that's a lot of work. I don't mind working, but I work hard on doing other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, unless you love cooking,
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right, exactly. I love eating. This is
Gotta eat.
you'll cook to get to the point, but you don't. Some people love cooking. This is
Yeah,
like
I know. Some
the
people love. I think
process.
my daughter likes cooking. My wife, she likes cooking too. She likes trying new stuff, and she's not a bad cook. She's a good cook. I tell her only time I got to get on her is that if she's watching TV and cooking, then she doesn't do her best job. Like, you need to focus. When you focus on your meal, what you're doing, your stuff is good. But once you start watching TV, taking breaks and
You can tell. You can
yeah,
tell
I
if
can
she's
tell.
been
I can tell.
watching.
I'll be like, "Did you watch
First
TV?" She be
bite,
like,
you must have been watching something.
I do. I'd be like, "Did you watch TV while you were cooking?" She was like, "Man, leave me alone." I was like, "I know you were." But
You just
anyway,
let me
all right,
guess.
time to talk. Time to talk sports. I know we can see. If we may. I may just start turning on this live once we just get on and so y'all can hear us talk because the conversations be.
Well, we
Joey,
discussed.
you do not need no TV in there because I'm watching you and you watching the TV the whole time. You do not need a TV.
I'm watching the Mets and Braves highlights.
Yeah, he's gonna be all distracted. He's like,
This dude watching TV the whole time already.
he's like,
Jordan got a TV in his studio. Now he can't even focus. My TV is right here.
I'm turning it off. I just turned it off.
Don't turn it off. I'm just messing with you.
he's like D with her cooking, huh? He can't
Oh
focus.
Lord, don't let me get started. Don't let me get started on that. Don't let me get started on that. Don't let me get started on that. All right. So we just crowned the NBA champion. Chris's team, the Oklahoma Thunder. The Pressy method finally paid off.
Finally, just had to
Finally
have
paid
patience.
off.
Congratulations.
Finally paid off. And so you know how it is. Once you win
Are we live right now?
Yeah, I told
Oh,
you
we're
that.
coming to you live.
Once a team wins a championship, the next question is, can they
Always.
win again? Can they repeat? Can they do it again? And that's our first question for tonight. Can the OKC Thunder repeat next year on a scale of 1 to 10? What's your confidence level? I'll start with you, Joey, because Chris's is probably a 10 anyway, because that's his man's.
Yeah, we should let Chris go last. He is a champion. Congratulations, Chris.
Finally, I just had to wait it out for
Sam Presti. Congratulations. I doubted you. I shamed you for your terrible decision to not go with the luxury tax to keep 3 future Hall of Famers together. But that actually turned out to be the correct move, because you all were up 3-1 and should have beaten a historically great team, but they couldn't get it done. But Sam Presti, you are the best general manager in the NBA. The best. You deserve your flowers. Congratulations. I was wrong about you. Can they repeat? Chris and JB, buttons, millions. Yes.
On a scale the question is on a scale from 1 to 10. 10? Wow.
10.
So you're pretty much locking in a repeat. That's because a 10 is you're locking it in. Like
they have a tremendous shot. They're gonna have every single player back.
Yeah, okay.
Every player is coming back. Now they're gonna have to make. Well, someone's not going to be there because they have how many first round picks do they have in this draft?
No, they're gonna keep. I mean, they don't have anybody that's gonna be getting a contract next year. So really,
yeah, they traded away they had 2 picks in the first. They traded one of them to Sacramento, so they got another. I'm sure they're gonna get like a second or something somewhere else.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
always stashing guys. I'm
all
sure.
right. So you say a 10. This is
10.
what I say.
A 10.
I say a 5, and this is why I say a 5. The West is going to be better next year.
It will be.
And we never seem to factor in health. And remember, Denver took them to 7 with a broken Michael Porter, right? Michael Porter had 1 arm, and they took him to 7.
Yeah.
Well, and it hurt Aaron Gordon last game.
And Aaron Gordon was hurt too. Took him to 7 games.
Yeah.
Dallas is gonna be better, right? Even though we look at Dallas, Dallas is going to have AD, Kyrie, they got their bigs, and they're gonna have Cooper Flag.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kyrie coming back hopefully mid-season at some point. So they're gonna be good. Right. And then you got KD going to the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets, like Chris like to say.
The
Rockets. So I think it's going to be much tougher for them to come out of the West. Still give them a 50-50 chance. I'm not saying they don't have a chance. They still are the favorites. Unless something happens, somebody gets hurt, they will be the favorites in the West and in the league when the season starts. But the West is going to be another gauntlet next year. And the East,
very true.
The East is going to be who gets to the finish line first and healthy. That's the East. It's not going to be,
very true.
Teams are positioning themselves now. They saw Indiana, they saw Boston hurt. They like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, there's our chance right now. Look at Orlando getting Desmond Bane. But anyway, I give them a 5 on my scale. I believe that they can, but I think it's going to be more of a challenge. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I think from like you said at the beginning, it's just it's hard to do. We always ask the question, and every year it seems like we ask, and there've been how many new champions? 7, 8 years in a row now that somebody new. So we see. I mean, everybody talked about Boston. Everyone was almost locked in. Boston was going to win the next one. When they won last year, we saw we saw how quickly that changed. And really, it's kind of like, why did it change? Like what was the reason? Because all their guys were back. They really, other than Porzingis, they were for the most part healthy until Tatum, but they had already done at that point anyway.
Mhm.
So, and you think as good as OKC was, and me and Joey and Buttons, JB was the only one who actually saw the Pacers competing at this level against them. So you think we were all saying, oh, they're going to wipe the floor. Pacers were within, one game of beating them, and they were clearly the better team, and they still. So there's so many things that can happen along the way. I'll give it an 8 because of that. I mean, I still feel like if you said, I guess the question would be, would I rather bet?
You never go on like that, Chris. You always are on the other side of the coin. Like y'all think you're going lower than the 5. You win an 8.
I mean, if you're saying bet the field or bet a OKC, I can have one or the other. I think I'll still take OKC, but I wouldn't mind that bet if you said, well, you have to take the field. I don't think I would mind that bet either. I mean, yeah, I think they're the best team on paper, but it's just hard to repeat. Even those Golden State teams that always seem ridiculous. How many times did they repeat? Once.
That's right.
And they were always the best team. So, I mean, you look at, like we said, the East, the Cavs should be a little bit better. Like, teams are going to get better. And what teams always do is they start to figure out other ways to beat those teams, and they start building their roster to beat them. And then, like Golden State, they kind of changed the game. Everybody started kind of figuring out how to beat them. That was their thing. Okay, let's see how we can. And teams probably this year, they'll start, trying to figure out how to beat OKC, how to play more like them. That's just how it always seems to work. And we saw some flaws. They couldn't hit threes. If they don't pick somebody up that can be a knockdown shooter, they don't really have a guy who can just, like Dort occasionally. They don't really have a lot of guys that
he's
just go out.
Extremely streaky. Extremely.
Yeah, their whole team is is pretty streaky as far as shooting. Where the Pacers were dominant in the games the Pacers were beating them, they were out shooting them like crazy as far as from deep. So they do still have some weaknesses, and there's some health issues. We see Chet. We're banking on Chet now, who hasn't even played but one full year, right? He was hurt most of this year. He was hurt year one.
Yeah, that's right. He has been. He was hurt their first year, for he missed the whole season.
Yeah.
So, every year we do, like JV said, every year we do this. Remember a couple years ago when Tampa Bay, they won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Everyone was locking them in 100%. I don't even know if they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs, but they were not very good that year.
Yeah, they actually lost to Dallas in the first round.
Oh, that's right. So, to me, it's like, yeah, I'm going to give them an 8 because I think they're by far the best roster. And you look right now, the Vegas has them at plus 225, which equates to 30% chance of them winning. So
that's
it's not even 50-50 to Vegas. They got Cleveland, Houston, the Knicks. They got the Magic at plus 1100.
Cleveland has to find hard if they're going to even be in this conversation.
True. Like JB said, the West is loaded. So, but I'll still go 8 because
is the West loaded?
It's loaded.
Is it really loaded though?
Yeah, it is because you think about the teams. We didn't even talk about Golden State. They're gonna have Steph back. Jimmy Butler's gonna be there another year.
Golden State's old, JB. They're old.
So what? Dude,
they're old.
Listen, if they didn't get hurt, I would give them a fight. I would have gave them a fighting chance against OKC. I would have gave them a fighting chance. So what?
But Joey, we saw what Denver did. You assume Minnesota gets better because Ant gets better.
None of us really thought Denver was going to actually win against.
Yeah, but they took them to 7 games, and
I thought Denver had a chance, and the only reason, if Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter played the whole series with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, Joey, what I'm saying is not that I don't think anyone would say their roster is not the best by far. But at the same time, it's just like the Celtics. Everything has to always go just right. That's what
True.
makes it a crazy, like when those Bulls did it 3 years and then 3 years again. Is like, you know how many things can go wrong in a run, and then to win that, so many things have to fall into place in order to win.
OKC's got one thing really well that nobody else in the league has. They have an identity. They know exactly who they are. Everybody knows what their actual role is more than anybody in the entire league.
Yeah, I would agree.
In the Western Conference, nobody else knows what they actually are. And of course, they can figure it out, but OKC is going to always know
And we didn't even
who they are.
We didn't even mention the Lakers who got the OKC killer. They didn't get the Lakers trying to get some bigs, and then I mean, you just well, the one thing about Doncic, and let me just tell you, because we keep forgetting about the Spurs. You got women coming back.
Well, that's the only threat that I really think is going to be creeping up on OKC is San Antonio.
We go get
that's
to
the
that.
only threat.
We get into the other question here in a second about a
Yeah.
real threat coming up
Yeah.
soon. Because that's other team we're gonna talk about is a threat. It's gonna be a legit threat, I think. But anyway, talk about the NBA draft grades last night. I think the NBA first 10 picks kind of went the way we thought they were gonna go. Some people, I'm sure Chris had some bets and got most of those things right. We just gonna give them some grades, and let me see. I got the thing already pulled up. Let's see. NBA draft grades. There we go. Bam. Can y'all see it?
Yep.
All right. So we're doing the top 10 draft picks, their grades. Let's see. Chris, are we all saying this is an A+?
A+.
Yeah, A+. Lock that in. That's you can't really easiest pick right there.
You're welcome, Dallas.
Nico knew what he was doing with that whole time.
He absolutely did.
He did not.
He knew that whole time. He's like
Adam Silver.
Adam Silver, like, I got you.
We know you just.
He's like, I want a star he's like, I want a star in LA. And then Nico's like, he's like, hey, I'll hook you up. Don't you worry.
You know he's messed up, right?
All
I'm going to help you.
Okay. What about Dylan Harper? Which I'll give
me an A here. The only thing I see is a little bit of a fit issue there, but
okay.
Dylan!
I still think an A there.
What do you say, Joey?
You remember that, JB?
What?
You remember Predator?
Oh yeah.
You remember when they do the handshake when Carl Weathers walks in, Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Dylan, you son of a bitch." I love when he says Dylan. Dylan. JB, for Dylan, I will also go A.
A, okay. I mean, I'm with Chris. I would think about A-, but I might give him an A. I'm like, you already got Fox. You got Castle Rookie of the Year. Now you got Harper.
Now.
You look at the two teams that were in the finals.
Yeah.
And you have it. It looks like maybe teams might be flipping that way where they say, look, I'm just, like I said yesterday, I'm just going to take the best guy and worry about fit later. I'm just going to load up a talent.
Yeah. Because you got Halliburton. The Pacers basically started 2 point guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then SGA, and who's the other guard they started? They were starting.
Well, they were starting Wallace. They had Jalen Williams can run. They start. Caruso got a good amount of time. So I think that their time.
Oh, Lou Dort.
Dort,
basically.
Dort was Dort. So I feel like, teams might just be now, you know what? We'll worry about fit later. Let's just get talent.
True. Edgecombe to the 76ers.
Edgecombe, I'll go B. Super athletic, not a great shooter. So another fit issue probably. It looks like
you got Maxey, you got McClain, you got Edgecombe. You still got Paul George.
You got Paul George. So
anyway,
but at least I think probably the most athletic guy in the top.
Absolutely, he has a motor. He can guard you from end to end. I'm gonna go.
All right,
B
Joey.
plus
What
here,
country
JB.
is he from?
B plus.
What country is he from, Joey? I'll give you a hint. Same country as Ayton.
As DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
That's
Starts
not
with a B.
Nigeria, is it?
Starts with a B.
Oh, it's Bahamas.
Yeah, Bahamas.
Bahamas. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was watching that. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had this last summer, right? The team they had.
That dude said we came from nothing.
They
He
did.
said that we came from nothing.
They were playing.
That
They
was
were
great.
they were playing on the small courts and everything. All right.
Nothing.
Let's give it a B. You know, daggone no B plus.
B plus, JB.
Nipple for the Hornets. What you giving this, Chris?
I'm gonna go B. Shooter. We know he needs shooting. Probably a little bit more athletic than you think.
Good defender. Good teammate.
Defender. He's probably a low risk. Not gonna be I don't think he's gonna be an all NBA guy, but hey, you need guys like him.
Need somebody that can space the floor, knock down shots.
Absolutely, and can D you up. I'm gonna go B plus here, JB.
Nice.
So he always had that plus.
Knockdown shooter and can get the ball to the cup when he feels like it.
Yeah,
Very underrated.
I'm giving it an A. Why? Because when the Hornets, you need shooting because you got LaMelo Ball going crazy, going to the rim. You got Bridges. You got Brandon, who got hurt on my team.
That's your man,
Brandon
JB.
Miller. I mean, he's my
Miller.
man.
That's your man.
That's my man, but he got hurt. But yeah, I'm gonna give it an A.
Maybe he can take away. Maybe he can have Ball shoot maybe only 7 threes per game instead of 15.
No way.
Maybe.
Maybe Ball won't turn the ball over as much, but anyway.
True.
He never lost.
play for winning. Play
I
winning
might grow
basketball.
one back.
Play winning basketball. Okay. Ace Bailey to the Jazz. Ace Bailey did not want to go to the Jazz, but he's at the Jazz now. How you feel about that?
Give me a B. He seems kind of knuckleheady, but obviously he can score.
He
I think that's
knuckleheady,
kind of
Chris. Explain yourself. Why is Ace Bailey to you knuckleheady?
I mean, you see how
Is
the
it
whole
him or is his camp?
well, and it might be his camp. Whoever made that decision. I mean, he probably lost because I think he was going to be probably the 3rd pick most likely. They said he probably end up losing. He'll probably end up losing $10-15 million for this slide. To me, anybody who's telling me I need to do this or that, I mean, I think they're trying to say long term it's better. But I mean, I think actually the Jazz as a fit wise is probably not bad because it's not like they've got a ton of guys that can score anyway. I mean, the 76ers
got marketing. They got Colin Sexton. They got Jordan.
There's no like the Jazz. He has a better chance at the Jazz of being the guy eventually than he does on the 76ers right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
With
Embiid, he was hating on the Jazz, but I mean, I think there's a lot because I feel like marketing eventually is going to get moved anyway because he's a good piece.
That's Joey's man's right there.
That's my man's. He can
great scorer, but like I said, can't pass the ball at all. Nor
I saw your stats. Chris will pull the stats to crap on a guy.
Hey, if I'm gonna say something bad about somebody, I want to at least back it up. I don't want to just throw it out there.
What's your grade there, Joey, for
JB? I'm going A minus.
A minus. Supposed to be the best scorer in the draft.
That's what they say.
And
they say that he
is,
makes
if you can score
crazy shots,
25, 26 a game.
Yes,
you're gonna find a spot.
He's with Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge will fix him. Danny Ainge will definitely fix him.
Danny Ainge is a molder.
Yes, he is.
Who's the guy? Yeah, like my Jim. He's molding from the front office though. Who's a guy who is that? Like who's a guy who's like scores 26, but they're not efficient, but they score a ton? Like
Kobe Bryant.
Like is there a player?
Don't let Brian hear that.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I mean, is there a big that's like that scores a ton, but wasn't necessarily
Usually those guys who are like that are on bad teams, and you don't really talk about them, even though they get put up numbers. Like they think about the Raptors guys, some of those guys,
yeah.
they probably shoot the ball a lot and score, but is it efficient?
My boy Cam Thomas.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
He scores a ton, but he's on a bad roster, but no way he should be the face of any squad.
Right.
For Johnson, I'm gonna go give me hold on, let me see, what did I say? Give me a B+ here. Good score, good shooter, probably a little bit undersized.
Supposed to be the best shooter in the draft.
Yeah.
Washington just needs some sort of talent. I think a guy who can score. I mean, they're just no talent there. So hopefully he comes in.
It's gonna suck forever.
I mean, they had their day, they had their moments, but I think he can score though. So
yeah, the Wizards, the Wizards, they don't play defense. But anyway, the Wizards, you give it a B. What'd you give it?
I give it a B+.
B+, okay. B+.
I'll join with that B+, JB.
Mm-hmm.
They traded Jordan Poole. This is another another Jordan Poole.
I mean, if you look at the Wizards roster right now, they
lot of
brought in
vets.
CJ McCollum.
A lot of vets.
A lot of those guys, and they got CJ McCollum.
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton just fleeced him for $33 million.
Yep. He's like, I will sign that.
That's what you call a fleecing. He was
sign that.
I can opt in. Give me that.
Where do I sign?
I'm gonna lock in my $33 million and sit here and watch the show.
Where do I sign?
Who fleeced who more, Middleton or Ronaldo?
Believe it or not, I'm going Middleton. At least with Ronaldo, he's one of the greatest soccer players of all time.
Well, and he's gonna
fill the seats.
I was gonna say he's gonna fill wherever he goes. People are gonna go crazy over him.
They're gonna come see him. I mean, that dude he's handsome as hell. They're gonna come see the guy.
No, you don't think anyone's gonna go see Middleton?
No.
Middleton packs the
Middleton couldn't fill up Grand Park's court. Okay. Trust me, he couldn't even get it done at Grand Park.
That's low, JB. That's low.
Just telling you, right? Nobody come and see Chris Middleton, especially when he signed for $33 million for 1 year.
1 year. He's got a great agent.
And Kevin, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He just opted into his contract,
and he's been injured like every year now.
Yes, he has.
Why?
Every year since the NBA title.
The Wizards got him. They got McCollum. They got some other guards. Who else they got on the team? They got
what's his name? From Oklahoma State. Okay.
They got Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart.
Man.
Is Trey Johnson gonna even play?
They're thinking, man, if this was only like 2019, we would be really good.
We got us a squad.
They're like, you realize this ain't 2019 now.
All right. Fears for the Pelicans.
I think this is I feel like this one could go either way. This is a high ceiling, low floor guy. Give me a C+ here.
Okay.
Another athletic guy. I think it could go either way.
He can score that ball. He can score. I'm going to go B-, JB.
B-, okay.
B-.
It's the Pelicans, bro. It's the
It
Pelicans.
is. They are a disaster.
Is he going to even get on the court? I mean, they got brought in Jordan Poole. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
And Jordan Poole is better, probably. I give it a C.
And he's not very big. I think he's probably more athletic than Poole is. Like quicker kind of.
Is his handle as tight as Poole's?
But I don't know if he's as that level, and I think he's not very efficient either. So you are Poole-like in that way.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of shots just getting tossed up.
I mean, Zion not taking them.
Nah, he's just looking to.
And then isn't Brandon Ingram gone to Toronto?
Yes, he is.
And he fleeced the Raptors. We talking about fleecing. He signed a massive contract. You're like, who? And speaking of who, the next pick, we got Denham for the Nets from BYU.
Give me C here. I don't think another guy who's probably the opposite, not a very great athlete. Doesn't seem like he. I don't know. That came kind of out of nowhere. When we were looking yesterday, I think he was probably in the 12 to 15 range. So.
Yeah, they said they reached for this guy. It was a reach. I guess they wanted him though.
Hey, if you want your guy, I guess got to go get him.
All right,
the buttons roll.
Take away Cam. Take away Cam Thompson, Cam Johnson. Name me 5 other Nets.
Paul Pierce, KG, Joe Johnson.
On the team right now.
Man, who else is even on there? Claxton's still on there.
I know you're going to say him. That's a given. I give you that when you're going to say Claxton. All right. Who else?
Does the Russian dude still own them?
Vic. What's wrong, Chris? You can't name anybody. You know why? Because they stink.
Man, they got to have somebody on there, though. Like,
dude, they have nobody you going to know off first hand, bro.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because we play fantasy. And
I get guys from the Nets on my team, but it was people who I don't care. So,
right. Right.
I got to look at that roster.
JB, I'm going to go C+ here.
Oh,
Generous.
Russell, but Keon Johnson. D'Lo's a free agent. D'Lo is a free agent. Keon Johnson was getting used and abused in our league last year.
Yes, he was.
Paul Winslow.
I had Keon.
See, we all had a piece of Keon.
Oh, yeah, he said Paul Winslow.
Carl.
Chris, man, you sick, man. Stop. All right. Murray Bulls, this guy got drafted and proceeded to drop the F-bomb after the Raptors drafted him. Who gets drafted in the NBA and stands up and goes like you mad? Really?
Yeah, come on.
Man, we need a whole different era of guys, man.
I mean, he had to know. Let me see. I'll say B plus here.
He's like a Draymond Green type guy. So
B plus because he doesn't seem to score a ton, but he seems to be like kind of like you said, like he's a guy you want on your team that can do a little bit of everything. I don't think he's ever going to score probably more.
But don't the Raptors already have that in Scott and
what they already have? Yes,
is Scotty?
Yeah, but Barnes is definitely a better scorer. I mean,
it's the same thing though.
But like we said, like I guess what I'm saying is if you look at the new NBA of those two teams that made it to the finals, you want these Swiss Army knife kind of guys.
Is this really the new NBA? You really believe that? This is only 1 year.
I mean,
it's the new NBA.
I think these are copycat leagues.
Definitely is.
I mean, Boston. I mean, yeah.
Well, the thing is I feel like it's easier for teams to not bet on they have to have a star to win. And then they, you know what I mean? Like, let's just build pieces and hope like OKC, we just luck into.
OKC had a star.
Yeah, but what I'm saying.
We didn't know that he was that.
They're going to luck into.
Joey, stop talking with food in your mouth.
What I'm saying is like, let's just get all these pieces and then be ready to get our star as opposed to just star chasing.
Okay, I got you. Hey, We could be in a new era of NBA. We are in a new era of NBA. I saw a stat that said out of all the years that David Stern was the chairman for the NBA, the leader of the NBA, you had 8 champions. And that was 30 years worth. And then now this guy been in, how long has he been in there? He had 7 different champions since he been in.
Parity.
Yeah. Well, and it's probably gonna. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully it stays in one team, but
hopefully it comes to the East next.
Not gonna be the Knicks. Knicks not
JB.
making no move.
We got plans, JB. We got plans.
Unless the Knicks pull off a major coup and bring in Giannis.
JB, you and I have plans.
I know you told me. Madison Square Garden, baby. Madison Square Garden 2026.
We have plans, JB.
All right. Murray Boyles, Joey. What you got? What's
C, JB.
C, okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give him a C minus, almost a D, because if you get drafted and you say the F word when you stand up, something ain't right. All right. All right. The kid from South Sudan.
South Sudan. Homer Manute.
Manute, go.
You need my brother.
I'm gonna go B+ here.
B+, okay.
Love the size. I mean, they did sign Mark Williams, but that actually takes a little bit off.
They already got, listen, so they needed size. Okay, so they had the big boy from Portland already.
Nurkic, yeah.
They got Bol.
Yeah.
I think, is Bol released, though? Is he a free agent, I think?
Probably.
Okay. They brought in Nick. They traded for Nick Richards last year from Charlotte.
Yeah.
So then you get the other Charlotte center.
Devin Booker is looking at everything like, when do I put
they
in
bring
my
in
request
and they
to
bring
get
in
me out?
Jalen Green and Dylan the Villain.
When do I put in my request to be traded?
Dylan Brooks gets passed around too a lot as well.
Yeah.
He's always thrown into a trade.
Yes, he is. JB, I'm gonna go B+ here also.
Okay.
Great shot, outstanding shot blocker, and he catches lobs extremely well.
Supposedly, yeah, from what I've heard on the radio, he is the best lob catcher out of the draft.
Got to be able to do that.
Yeah. Either you got to be able to do that or shoot threes in the new NBA.
Absolutely.
I give it a B.
Nick Richards is unrestricted after this year. So
okay.
I mean, so you got
Bol's free agent this year. So
okay, so I mean, but you still got 4 bigs now. You got 4 bigs.
They're probably not going to sign Bol back. They'll probably have Richards. Maybe he just gets run and then learns how to actually play some.
Understand though how you trade for Mark Williams and draft this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem like I don't get that.
Yeah, I will say that part is weird. I mean, I like the guy. I like the move as far as bringing him in, but you got kind of all the same kind of player.
Exactly.
But like we said, it's a lot of these teams seem to be like just not worrying about fit as much as normal.
I guess.
It definitely, like, how many guys on there did we say were fit issues?
I mean, most of the guys drafted was guards, except for Flag.
I mean, we said even like Trey Johnson. We said, well, they got a ton of guys in the backcourt. We said the dude going to Toronto. They've already got a lot of those guys. Like almost everyone. Cooper Flag seems to be the only guy, and a lot of his is because he's more of a versatile player anyway.
Yeah.
That
who had to play that, who had to be a small forward.
That they're gonna have to probably put him there, but I feel like he could do that.
What are they going? AD refuses to play center. You play AD.
You got Washington, and Gafford. You already got a loaded front.
You play AD at center. You be missing out on playing Gafford and Lively.
And they've got they've got a
Yes,
loaded front court as it is. So even
the
really,
front court in there is probably one of the best front courts in the NBA right now.
I mean, really, you wonder what Cooper Flagg's natural position is. Is it a small forward or is it a power forward?
Or is it a point forward?
It might be. I don't know. Does he have that level of vision?
I mean, he seems to be, from what I keep hearing about him, the guys talk about him, he's very adaptable. He teach it to him, he learns it, and so we'll see. I'm interested to see how the season, turns out for him, man. When's the last time we had a white American player drafted first in the NBA draft? Think about it, Joey. You can't even remember.
Before yesterday.
I said the last time.
When was Sean Bradley drafted?
Was he the first pick?
Was he? I don't think he was. I think he was
third pick,
3.
maybe. I think he was a third.
We've never had one.
Never. That's an NBA. Come on now, think about it. Stop it.
Had to be a big.
The NBA used to be all white league, Joe.
Yeah, but as far as drafting goes, Pistol Pete wasn't drafted one, was he? Bird wasn't drafted one.
Oh, I just looked it up, but no, that's wrong. That's
Luka wasn't drafted one. Dirk wasn't drafted
He's
one.
not an American. American.
An American white player
Yeah.
drafted number 1.
The Washington Post wrote a story says the American-born NBA superstar is vanishing. Here comes Cooper Flagg. Oh, it looks like the last white number 1 pick was Kent Benson in 1977. You two weren't even born.
Kent Benson, who is that?
He played on the undefeated Indiana team with Buckner. Yep.
Okay. With old Quinn?
Yep, Quinn Buckner.
Okay.
Yep, it says right here. He was drafted by the Bucks. Got drafted ahead of Walter Davis and Bernard King. That was wrong.
Bernard.
It was Kent Benson, man. That's 48 years ago.
Kent Benson. Who?
48 years ago.
It said the last white was before us, but he was European. Was Bargnani was drafted
at number 2.
Was
no,
he
went.
He went one.
He went 1.
The guy with Toronto.
Yes.
2006.
Yeah. I'm talking about white American players.
No, I said he's European.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was okay.
So the fact that the last white guy was plain white guy was almost 20 years ago. Let alone European.
Yeah. All right.
I'll take whatever I can get.
Take whatever you get, huh? Give me that. All right. So earlier we were talking about the OKC odds of winning a title, and then the Houston Rockets traded for Easy Sniper.
Easy.
So, and you think about that team next year, will they be real contenders? Start with you, Chris. What do you think? Does KD? So you get rid of KD. So you get rid of Jalen Green and Dylan the Villain.
Good riddance.
You bring in KD, one of the best scorers in NBA history, and you put him around that young core that you already kept. You kept your best player, probably Şengün. You kept all your good young defenders.
You got Thompson twin. You got Eason.
And you got
Van Fleet still
Jabari. There. You still got your point guard.
How did they keep Smith? How did they keep Jabari Smith?
You still got Jabari Smith, who can move back into the starting lineup. And you still got your top pick from the previous year in Reed Shepherd,
yes, you do.
Now probably is going to get more playing time.
Yep.
Give probably a year older and spacing. So will they be a threat to the OKC team, Chris? What do you think?
I think for sure. I mean, you get one of the great scorers of all time, and even in the last couple of years, he's still playing at an all NBA level. It's not like he's fallen off. He just misses games. And that's going to be the big thing with him, is just a matter of how many games he plays. But we saw them play against Golden State, and towards the end of a few games, actually, they kind of looked lost as far as, who was their closer. And we've seen you got to be able to, as good as OKC is and as well-rounded as they are, you have to have a guy who you can go to at the end of games and they can close them out. And they just didn't have that guy. And I think you're now having one of the great closers of all time that can kind of fit into the team and still score and hit big buckets, spread the floor, help out Sengun. I mean, to me, it's an all-around great move, and really you don't have to give up a lot. Jalen Green was still a questionable guy. Dylan Brooks, yeah, great defender, but they have other defenders there. And you give up the 10th pick, which is a crapshoot, and a bunch of second-round picks. They didn't really have to give up that much. The fact that they kept a bunch of the young players that you kind of alluded to me, there's no way you can't say that they're not going to compete. And, I mean, their window is now small because KD is older.
Mm-hmm.
The one question you have is, can KD elevate his team? He hasn't really shown in his career that he can just go out and completely elevate to the point of winning. I mean, we saw him on Golden State. That team was tailor-made, and they already were the best team in the league, so he didn't really have to do this. The Brooklyn team, that was a disaster. He played well enough to carry that team and probably was better than Giannis was in that series, and really kind of missed it by like an inch or whatever they said when he stepped on the line. We saw him at OKC. He couldn't close it out there, and that team was really good. So he's right. He's been on the doorstep multiple times. The Phoenix experiment was a disaster, but that didn't. I mean, we talked about fit before with the draft. That was a fit question right away. You know what I mean? Like, we knew that. We're here. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a fit issue. So, at least he can kind of come right in and just be Durant and not have to worry about what he's going to bring to the table or how he's going to do it. So to me, I mean, there's a reason that Vegas right now has them as the third best team, second best tied with Cleveland to run with OKC. So yeah, I gotta say, yeah, for sure, they're a threat.
Joey?
Definite threat.
Joey, you look like, I don't know what's going on with what you got going on here, man, but
what, JB?
You look like you in a bubble. Like you in a bubble.
I just open it up a little bit more down here, JB.
Gotcha.
That's all.
More down here.
Gotcha.
Yes, Houston. One thing that Houston did struggle in was shot making last year, and when your supposed second best player, 20 point per game scorer, is only averaging 12 to 13 points per game come playoff time, and his efficiency takes a nosedive, you have an issue and you're not going to win. So they got rid of the main problem, which is Jalen Green, and they bring in a pantheon player who can still give you 25, 26. He's going to make everybody else efficient because of how efficient he is. Everyone's going to be worried about him scoring. It's going to give everyone a better look to score the basketball better. Everyone's going to be better because of KD being there. I'm excited to see what they're going to actually be. Yes, he makes them a legitimate threat.
All right. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I mean, I think with the players they have, you got the Tom That Thompson twin is a all defensive, like first team type guy on the perimeter and super big. And Smith was starting before he got hurt, so he's coming back. And Şengün is a baller. And then KD just, with KD and KD to that team, you got to kind of pick your poison now. Really.
VanVleet is a big time shot maker too.
The big question is the really big question is this shot making ability for the other guys.
Yeah.
Right. Because they may not be a great 3-point shooting team, but they're gonna have to win other ways. I mean, they got Reed Shepherd, who's going to be a knockdown shooter. VanVleet can be a knockdown shooter. KD can get knocked shots down like that, but the rest of them, I don't know. Maybe if Jabari can come back as a threat on the perimeter, then they be decent. But OKC wasn't really a big time 3-point shooting team.
No, definitely they weren't. That was
Indiana wasn't either, but they just were the best in the playoffs this year. So. You can win without the 3 ball. OKC kind of proved that. But so we'll see. I think they got a chance.
The thing is with Durant, real quick, is he's a handle with care guy. I mean, you look at him, he's been injured. He doesn't play a ton of games, so you're always kind of, I mean, you look at over the last 2 years, he's actually played more. He played 62 last year, played 75. He only played 8. He played 40 something the next year, 47 the year before that, 55 and 35. So I mean, and then he was out a whole year. So that's the one question with him. What you're going to get him and AD lighted up from a fantasy standpoint when they play. Yep. They're ridiculous. I mean, there's not much Durant doesn't give you from a fantasy standpoint. He's shooting 53% almost from the field. He lights up the stat sheet.
He's a walking 50, 40, 90 guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
So it's just you already know with him or AD, you're not going to get 80 something games. You're lucky if you get 60 or 70 from him. But at the big thing at this point is like, hey, they know what they're doing enough. Yep. If you get them to the playoffs healthy, that's all that really matters. That's all. It's load management time for those guys.
Yep. KD don't have to carry the load for this team when you got some of the players they're gonna have. So we
and you like you said, Amen. Or which Thompson is it? As a Sore or Amen?
I think it's the Amen guy.
Someone was like, he may be in like 3 or 4 years, he might be the best 2-way player in the league because he's so.
I think he shoot. He can't shoot yet.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Is like
either one of them can. They can shot. If they can knock down threes. If he come back, he can knock down threes. He'll be a real problem.
Yeah, because he's freaky athlete. He's already, like you said, he's already that level of a defender already.
Mm-hmm.
And he's athletic, crazy athletic. So I mean, really, it's just can his shot evolve?
Yeah.
This is going to be a problem in the East because of that. Because they got him and they got Ivy coming back. It's going to be a problem. The Knicks could be in trouble. Anyway.
We've already taken care of them, JB. We'll be all right.
But they didn't have Ivy. But, all right. Anyway. All right. Really quick. I guess we're going to go over our I think I had it pulled up. Did I have it pulled up? Go over our Dynasty draft picks.
Buttons, if you're out there, want to jump on.
I looked at the, I pulled up the Fantasy Pros, and I was not excited about the Fantasy Pros rankings for our league, because they had me ranked too high. I didn't like that.
Well, you had some things fall to you in the draft that you like, so
I made some good moves in the draft.
You were trying to Sam Presti that thing.
I was, man. I was trying. I told C-Dub, I was like, "Here go Buttons." I told C-Dub, I was like, man, because I looked at the power rankings right now. The power rankings, man, they got you as 100%, Chris.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's this?
Pacers OKC. There he is.
back.
Dylan!
What's up, fellas? Yeah.
Buttons was like, he went and sprinted, and as soon as he heard that, he's like, I got a perfect.
Right on the printer.
He was instant with that thing. He's like, oh, I always have that. He's like, I already got those things printed up. I already used them. He's like, no, I already have that thing ready to go.
Dylan!
And then Joey.
Uh-oh.
No, Joey's a work in
It's
progress.
a
He's
marathon, JB.
That's
This
for sure.
This is gonna be a real marathon for you,
wizard.
buddy.
He thinks he's Sam Presti at the beginning. That's Joey. He's at the start of the process.
Yeah.
He's not at
This
the
is
end.
just a really quick. You can check it out. This is
Give me one of those quarterbacks next year.
This is the team rankings.
Oh, I'll take it.
Chris is ranked first in in too many categories. He's just
100.
100. But
Perfect score, Chris.
You put in work Buttons at
Buttons
94.
got an A also.
Buttons tight end hurts him. And for some reason he had the consensus top guy or top two. He's like, not for me.
His starters are first though. He got the number one starters in the league. Chris stars our second.
I don't take bust tight ends, Chris. I only take the one I wanted, and the one I wanted went the pick one or two picks right before me.
I wonder, you were trying to offer some trades up?
You didn't click on mine, JB.
Oh, let's see.
I'm gonna click on it.
He's got to scroll down.
I had to let it build up a little bit.
I was talking to a couple people, Chris. It just never worked out.
Joey, what did you do? Like when you drafted your team, man, Joey's trying to blow it up. It's like it's time. Whatever you're doing, it's time to blow it up.
I've got a plan, JB.
Okay. Because right now, whoo,
Lord,
goodness,
you got some work. Well, I would say, even though you're not allowed to tank, I would just tank again.
Yeah.
Just accidentally. I don't think it's gonna probably be that hard.
I'm gonna get there.
All right. Before I pull up the other stuff, let me just pull up I'm gonna pull up what's called real quick.
I had a when you get that as you pull that up, JB, talking to Chris real quick about the trade. I was the guy who has CMC.
Okay.
He was asking me about Isaac Guerendo. So
wanted him as
it's a weird like late round thing. So I offered him Guerendo and my 4th round pick for this year for his 3rd and 4th round pick this year. So in effect, he would take Guerendo as his 3rd round pick, technically.
So you were never thinking you could get up to get Loveland? Or you were already saying
No.
You were never gonna try to get him.
I was never I couldn't Loveland is the second guy, right?
Loveland is who you wanted, right?
Yes, correct.
Michigan guy.
Michigan guy, yes. But the problem is when he fell to that spot, I know my brother-in-law, and he's a Michigan guy.
So he was going to jump on.
He's 100% taking him there.
Yeah, so a couple of Michigan guys in that league, in our league.
And that's the only guy I liked, to be honest, from the tight end spot.
You don't think you could have moved out of your spot to give somebody Warren? Or you just weren't trying to wheel and deal that?
I don't know if a lot of people... tight end is a weird position in this league. There are teams that have like 3 or 4 of them.
Or 6 or 7.
And you know what? And you know what? That's cool. Take all of them you want.
He should have been active. I told him he should have been trying to trade. He told me, he said, I'm not trading during the draft. It's like
I won last year without one. I can win again without one.
There you go. There you go, Buttons. I mean, you got Josh, you got, Josh Allen.
Well,
That, you know,
your two quarterbacks are even against me. That's the huge edge that you have against me.
Yep.
I mean, because
All
who
right.
knows? Richardson looks like he's going to lose a spot to Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these baseball power rankings.
Oh,
We
there
all
we
in.
go.
We all in the top 4.
Top 4.
Top
Top
four.
baby.
However,
That's
my
CJ
my
Square
record
for
does
you.
not speak to that, but
It
I
does
mean,
not.
I
But
like my team, JB, and that website likes my team. Why
they
aren't I
do.
winning?
I mean, and you know, you're the only one in this league that beat me this year, so that's good.
Exactly. That-
Well, I was just saying, Buttons, that we were talking before, and I was like, man, if I've had weeks when I've pitched like horrible and actually did all right, and this week I'm killing it, and I'm playing the Godfather, and he's got a .65 ERA
Oh
in
my
29 innings pitched. So it's like sometimes it falls that way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean
I got a slim lead right now
you got to
Very
hold
slim
on.
Buttons. Very
over
slim.
Joey.
Because I'm making my move tomorrow, Buttons.
Oh my
Better
goodness.
believe that. I'm making my
Making
move
this move,
tomorrow.
Buttons. All right.
So you at least say, JB, you got to at least break down the trade, because JB was wheeling and dealing. He's the
Yes,
guy
he
right
was.
man.
Break down the trade. Which one? The trade with you or the trade with Joey?
now. Well, so yeah, so you ended up getting what, multiple picks. You had 4 picks in a row, and like
I
and
had
out of
3.
15 picks.
I had 3 second round picks.
Yeah, because you got mine, you got Joey.
And I got Joey.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes,
you were loading up, and
You know what? I found the text, Chris. That same guy that I was dealing with, he offered me, he wanted to trade up to 12. He offered me his 3rd this year and his 2nd next year. I countered. I said I'm pretty set on my spot currently. I could do it for 2 seconds. So this year's 2nd and next year's 2nd.
and he balked.
Yeah, no. Well,
He
he
didn't
said
want-
if I threw in Winston, McLaughlin, or Ford with the current offer, would it make a difference? I said no, not really. I'm good.
You're just, so you were actually, the thing is I was really thinking of taking Dart because of my trouble at quarterback at my spot. And then if not, I was just going to take, my thing the whole time was I was going to take either Caleb Johnson or Dart. It was going to be one of those two.
Yep.
And
I
then
was- Yeah.
numbnuts
it's
just
Chris.
let the guys fall. And then I was like, oh, I got to try to get Ward.
No, I thought that was a good deal for you, Chris, to be honest.
Because really, it was a really good deal for both of us. Because
Yeah.
really, JB was going to get the guy he was planning on getting, and he just ended up getting a 2nd for free, pretty much. And for mine, it was, would I take Cam Ward for a 2nd round pick, really? And it's like, yeah, I'm taking him for a 1st round pick. Of course, I'm going to take him for a 2nd.
Right.
So it's like that 2nd, like, so I think it was a no-brainer on both of our parts, really.
Yep.
So
Yeah, CB was just slow to. CB had a chance to move up too, but he wouldn't have did it. He would have overanalyzed it. He would have been like, well, I gotta have this and that, and your deal was just too good to pass up. Just too good.
yeah, I mean, for you, it's like it's a no-brainer because you already were like, oh, I want Henderson anyway, and I know I can move back and get him. But worst case scenario for you is like, say, what's his name takes Henderson, Judkins was on the board anyway still.
Yeah.
So you weren't going to get burned, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a couple guys reached.
I mean, Ronnie took Caleb Johnson 2nd. That was a big surprise.
That was a reach. I thought
And then-
Induka was a reach.
And then the pride was a kind of a reach. RJ Harvey. Some folks say RJ Harvey could be the running back to have, but you know,
Because I was going through and I'm like, because you look at Frankie's quarterbacks, go to his quarterbacks really quick, JB.
mm-hmm.
I feel like he definitely should have taken.
Yeah, he has Bo Nix.
I would have taken Ward if I was him.
He has Bo Nix and Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
I would have taken Ward if I was him.
Yeah,
I mean, because now, unless he's like, oh, I'm just gonna like Knicks, yeah, like you're
maybe
better
he's
there,
waiting.
but
Maybe he's waiting. I think the first round next year may have a few more quarterbacks going in the
yeah,
first
I think for
round
sure next
of
year
this
we'll have
draft.
probably.
Joey's like, he gonna get his mans. Who you trying to get next year, Joey? You trying to get the guy your son wants you to draft, or you gonna get your guy?
I'm getting my guy, JB.
Joey, I think Joey's well, who knows? I don't think Manning comes out. Buttons, you think Manning comes out?
100%.
And that's not who I want.
Good.
I don't think Joey.
Joey? What do you want?
Good.
What do you want, Joey?
I want a quarterback that's clearly better than Buttons' guy.
What's that?
He plays for Louisiana State University, JB.
Me and I would actually have him
You
as
want Newsmeyer?
Nussmeyer is sweet. He is really good. I
Oh,
think he's gonna light it up. This
My God.
I actually was watching Nussmeyer today on
Buttons.
during my lunch
I've been
break.
waiting to hear that from Buttons.
Buttons, if looking at your current team and you thinking you're gonna get Manning, Buttons, it's not gonna happen.
It might
You're gonna
happen,
have to
JB.
trade away a lot to get him.
Does anybody have an interest in Mr. Daniels?
Oh, you're gonna trade
Wow.
Daniels,
What do you mean, Buttons?
For, man?
Joey. Joey,
All trades are on the table, JB.
Joey's face.
Joey would take if he has the number 1 pick again, and you offered him Daniels for the number 1. There's no way Joey's not taking that.
We could do that, right? Buttons, I'm
Well, the thing
finishing
is
last
that-
place. I'm going to finish in last place, Buttons. You see,
He's already locking that in.
He already taking on live.
He's
He's
taking
live tanking.
Joey's tanking for Daniels.
Tanking for Daniels already.
Buttons.
We'll
let's
see how
let's
Daniels.
talk.
We'll see how Daniels does this year.
How
I'll
you
even
feel about-
throw in
Joey.
Shador
How do you
for
feel
you,
about your
Buttons.
draft
Oh,
pick,
yeah,
Joey?
of course you will.
Yeah.
How you feel about your draft, Joey? You got the best running back prospect in the draft.
Let's just hope he stays healthy. This is second straight year I've gone that, JB. That first year it didn't work out so well.
Oh yeah, you still got him, and then you got a sleeper at tight end as well. Your quarterback though may get cut, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Which one?
Sanders.
Shador ain't going nowhere, JB.
He's not getting cut.
Shador ain't going nowhere.
Did he sign a
He
contract yet?
That's a good question.
I feel like
The
even
other kid signed a contract already. I don't think Sanders
Gabriel
has signed
did.
one yet.
Yep.
True.
I feel though like as big of a money maker as Shador. I mean, he's already selling jerseys and stuff. Like, there's no way they cut him. I mean, I think he probably gets to the worst case. I think they cut one of the 2 older guys. I think. Why would you
Definitely
get rid of Shador? At least, like, to me, I'm not a huge Shador guy, but like those other 2, you already know what they are.
Right.
Like,
And you should
Flacco
be-
is not going to
Joey,
carry you that far.
You should be selling right now.
Well, I'm already
Jeez.
working on it right now.
No,
JB.
you're not. No, selling. You should be selling.
Sell.
Sell. You should be selling.
Working
your
on
team-
that.
Yeah, your team is. Whew, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you got to hope Devin
Nah.
Neal. I like Devin Neal though.
I do. I like that. I was kind of upset you took Devin Neal.
Yes.
To be honest, I wanted Devin Neal.
That's your man's, JB.
Yeah,
That's
he's
your man.
he's a quality back.
Well,
quality
and
back.
how much longer does Kamara really have there?
Not
One
much
more
longer.
year. One more.
Not much longer. Here's Rodney's draft. Rodney, another guy who I said, Rodney, like, you don't want a quarterback. I was trying to trade.
They don't worry about him, JB.
Dude, I was like, Rodney, I was trying to give him that pick to take Brock Bowers or somebody. Like, nah, I was like, I offered him. I said, okay, I'll give you Kelsey. I think I said either Moore or somebody else. And I said for CD and Brock Bowers and that pick. He was like, I'm not doing trades, doing the draft. I was like, fine. It's okay.
They be willing and dealing.
I was trying to get a man needed a quarterback. He has
Dan
Brock
Cotter?
Purdy, Sam Darnold.
He's in the war room, just not
and
even
Derek
looking
Carr
at his.
tied.
He's not even looking at the phone. That thing's ringing off the hook. He's just all business.
He took a quarterback. His quarterback pick was Quinn Ewers, and that was his compensatory pick.
Oh my God.
I actually was thinking of. I actually like Ewers, especially at Miami, because we know
he may
you
play.
know with their Miami issues with Tua.
They have Snoop down there. He probably not going to.
I don't think he's gonna be the second guy, but I think he probably could get. I mean, if he makes the roster, is the biggest thing.
I mean, Rodney passed up on.
Well, because he would have had to take at that point.
He took Milroe. He didn't need Golden. He has receivers. He should have took a quarterback right there. But I'm not going to listen. I will help people, but I ain't coaching you. Okay. I'm not telling you what to do.
He should have taken Milroe, JB, because he has Darnold on his team.
Yeah.
But
people
listen.
don't think.
Hey, I'm just saying. Here's Burt Bees. Here's David. David's stacking up. He has plenty of quarterbacks.
Yes, he does.
How's he finish in 10th place? I don't get it. He tanked on purpose.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got an okay squad.
Yeah.
I mean, Herbert didn't do like Herbert, despite what people think.
Olave, Garrett
he
Wilson.
does not.
Yeah, but he had a lot of guys who just were
lighting up the fantasy scores.
Yeah.
He just has a lot of guys who were. I mean, Garrett Wilson, it was good, but like his other guys, like Worthy came on late. Olave was hurt.
Yeah.
Like, he like Pitts isn't been nearly as good as we thought he was going to be.
Right.
Like he just has a lot of guys who are bigger names than they are producers at this point.
Right.
And they still got him. Hold on, I'm in the football section. Let me go back to this one.
I mean, I think he knows at least what he's doing though. Like I feel like he could build a team.
They still got him at 68. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Then we got the guy who won a championship year one with Flacco, because I got Flacco that year. Freaking, he did a good job keeping on to Justin Fields. He got Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So was Derrick Henry. He got some old running backs.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the guy who was trying to trade with you?
Yeah.
He wanted Garendo.
Yep, you wanted Garendo. He wanted Garendo.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like him.
He's the one I was going to trade. I was looking to trade somebody the year before, and he was like, he was not getting off of who I forget because I wanted.
I mean, we were close. Like I said, I mean, he offered a third and a second, and I offered him 2 seconds. So we were. I mean,
y'all were in negotiating mode.
I like his Kyle Williams pick though. At the third, that's his third pick. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's going to get throwing the ball at New England because there's just not a lot of guys there.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna throw it to somebody. You right?
I know, right? He can pay Travis Hunter at cornerback. I don't know if it's going to be like a Tani thing, but the prize Dennis went with Abuka. We said he reached on that. He got Joey's man. He got Scatterboo.
Would you have taken Scatterboo if he fell?
Who, me?
To you?
No, I wasn't going to touch Scatterboo with a 10-foot pole. No.
Oh man.
I wasn't going to touch Scatterboo. I mean,
who's his quarterbacks?
He has the Pride Dennis has Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
And he took Will Howard. So I mean, he another guy. I mean, really, he should have taken Cam Ward. He shouldn't have let Cam Ward drop below where he was.
Well, there was like when I was going through it, I was like, "There's no way Cam Ward makes it to me," because I was.
I mean, he has. I mean, he has decent receivers. I mean, he got Nico and Devontae, Chris Godwin when he not hurt.
Devontae Swing.
You know, tight ends is really sloppy, but he didn't care. He didn't draft a tight end either. Anyway,
He don't want no
Yeah.
sloppy.
he has a lot of defenders though. So
If you want a defender, you're loaded up. You call him.
he loaded up on defense. He didn't even change. He was like, yep, just keeping my defenders. All right, my man Frankie, another guy. Because they had a quarterback. He has Tyrod. He didn't even know Aaron Rodgers signed after our
He was
draft.
confident.
I believe you did.
He's playing out for next year's draft already.
Yeah, he's pretty much probably tanking it as well because
He
mean-
must be a. I mean, he's
He ain't on
he's
my
loaded
level.
at receiver.
he got Marvin Harrison and Jamar Chase. I mean, and Rasheed
Rasheed
Rice.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, tight ends is decent as well. His running backs, ETN, Jacobs. I mean, his
he'll
running
be able
backs is
to.
thin.
He'll be able to compete this year, but obviously he's gonna have to
Yeah.
take a quarterback next year. Then.
All right. Now this next guy.
Oh, let's see.
I mean, my quarterbacks. I'm
Your
like,
quarterbacks are. You're
My
loaded at quarterback.
yeah, I got Dak.
If
Stafford.
JB trusts McCarthy, if he trusts him.
Well, the thing is
You
that
don't
he
have to
doesn't
worry about
even need
McCarthy.
to.
He's got Penix.
He doesn't even need to. Really.
Yeah, I got Stafford and I got Dak. I mean, Dak should have a bounce back year. He's getting George.
Definitely will.
He had a bounce back year.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the best running back out of the draft last year. You know, I was able to bring a trade a free agent to get me a back. You know, as an extra piece to add to the mix. Tony Pollard should still be the starter. My tight ends. This guy was a top pick at tight end last year. Somebody dropped him.
Well, because he didn't do. Didn't.
Yeah.
You would think that they're gonna involve him a little bit more, JB.
Yeah.
I don't mind that pickup.
Yeah. My
Well, and you got your boy Warren, so.
Yeah. I'm still looking to get that. I'm trying to get a tie. I was mad that CB went with Tet because I wanted a number one receiver. I got real number one. I mean, DK and DJ Moore, okay. Addison is a great number two. Myers is a weak number one, and so is Judy. I mean, I got number one receivers on teams, right? And
You just don't have one of those top.
don't have a
6, 7
stud.
guys yet.
I want a stud
Nothing.
receiver, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? Like Button said, I wanted a quarterback. Why not get a quarterback that's backing up one of my guys who, I mean, obviously they like Milton. He was a second-year guy, so I said, wow. I was like, wow.
Tough him.
Let me go ahead and pick him up. And I got,
He's got a cannon. He actually looked good at New England.
Yeah, they were talking about him.
Pretty good. JB.
You had
appreciate
a
that.
good draft. I will say.
Yep.
It
All right.
felt.
Let's look at CB as me. So CB is me, another guy who his quarterbacks, fringe.
Fringing.
Yeah.
Fringing.
I mean, Cat. I mean, I think CB's. I think
At least he took
CB
a quarterback that
yeah, he did.
start.
Yeah,
I wonder if I didn't trade up, he would have taken Ward. I'm guessing.
he would, dude. If you didn't listen to me, if you didn't trade, and nobody traded, I would have taken Ward. Okay, I would have drafted him. I would not. I would have drafted him, and then I would have traded a quarterback once the season started. Like, okay, suckers, who needs a QB? Come on down
You're
and
like,
get
hold
one.
on, I gotta.
What you willing to give up to get a quarterback right now?
Let's
Right.
talk.
So,
Let's talk.
yep. So, yeah. So I mean, I like his receiver because his receivers. He got JJ, but after that, Rome could be a problem.
I mean, he's got guys who are Waddle has potential to look like Pop and Flowers and a Dunze. He's got guys with some
Yeah.
ceiling at least.
Yeah, he's another one too. Like he thinks that defense is going to win this league for him. I don't know.
He took
Got
2
8.
defenders.
He has 8 defenders on his team right now. So yeah. Let's see. This is your team. This is the stat team right here. The only thing
I'm struggling
I
at
think-
quarterback, though.
I think getting Cam Ward was a big coup for you
Big,
because you
huge.
needed a QB.
Oh yeah, because last year when I played, I think in the playoffs, I only had I didn't have because Anthony Richardson, remember, was hurt, so I think I just had to like have
He tapped out. He was like,
yeah, he was I'm out.
Take me out, coach.
So I
I'm
mean,
tired.
Who's that, Buttons? Who's
Anthony
that?
Richardson.
Mr. Richardson?
Yeah.
I mean, right now, like I don't even have two. Right now, I don't even have. I'm gonna drop Blackshear, obviously, because he's nothing.
I think one of your biggest issues is you're gonna have guys that you can't even play that are gonna be putting up points.
Well, like I said, I might have to move Jameson Williams.
I mean, you got Drake London, JSN, Neighbors, and you gotta set one of those guys. You can't play all four of them.
Well, that's not counting.
But you can if you want to play them in your flex and super flex and not play a quarterback.
Well, like right now, I have it set. Laporta is sitting. Laporta's sitting. I think Jameson Williams is sitting, and then I don't remember. I think McConkey's in.
Phil.
It's a big year for Breece Hall though for you. So make it a bigger year for Breece Hall.
Breece Hall's I gotta hope he bounces back. I mean, I definitely still have holes. Like
you got Bijan. You got Bijan Mustard, baby. Tastes so good.
I mean, really, I was looking at like I feel like in the draft, just take a bunch of just take a bunch of running backs. I like just like my thing, I don't know, Buttons, if a lot of guys do it, like at least take a couple running backs to see if one of them pops really.
No, I mean, definitely. Even late round guys, you know, I mean, look at Bucky Irving last year with JB. That was fun. I mean, I should have taken Bucky around earlier. I'm kicking myself because of that.
Last year.
Yeah, it was late because I had Rachaad White and I should have taken him. So sometimes you just gotta, you gotta take your shot.
Well, the thing is like because I was actually last year I was trying to take Tyrone Tracy and he went before I got it. But it's like, some of these rookie guys are going to pop. It's really just,
some of them, yep.
It's really just which one is it going to be? You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes it's just a crapshoot. I mean, some of these third string rookie running backs, they'll see time. They like,
it's just which is like I went Woody Marks because I know he's at least going to catch the ball, and they got Mixon. Really, they don't have a lot behind him.
Yep.
So, in Carolina, I mean, who knows with that? So I just kind of try to play. I just like Restrepo. That's a guy who's not even freaking drafted. And
that's Rodney's boy from University of Miami.
But Cam likes him, so I'm hoping. It's crazy. He's an all-time leading receiver at Miami, which is crazy.
Yeah,
considering that but I think he ran a slow 40. So yeah, I'm hoping. It's just a crapshoot. I don't even have enough defenders right now. I'm like the opposite of those guys. I don't know who to drop other than I got to drop somebody.
Yeah.
You got to make some choices. You got some
last year there were times where I just said screw it and just didn't play defenders. I'm like Buttons.
I don't even need them.
Don't need them.
I don't even need them.
So we'll see. I mean, I have to figure out. I mean, I got a lot of running backs that are just sitting there hoping they pop. Really, basically.
Thinking, will these guys? Well, I got Bucky Irving in the third round. Like, will these guys be as good as some of these players who are on this draft from last year? Like, looking at some of these players, man, it was some good guys taken.
Yes, there were.
I mean, but the thing is it always happens. There's always
going to hit. Some of them are going to hit.
But the thing is that you just don't know which it is.
Joey's pick last year, his compensatory pick, he took Rashard Penny. That was not long-term thinking there, buddy.
Wasn't the right choice, JB.
It is what it is.
Joey was playing for that first pick already.
Yes, I was.
He knew Genty was. He was like, if I take Penny, it locks me in for Genty.
I got your man's Buttons.
My man, John. Here's annexation of Puerto Rico.
This is your brother-in-law?
This is brother-in-law right here.
Yeah. He took
He
two
got-
tight ends back to back.
Yeah, like
I mean, yeah.
If you
And
need tight end, I mean,
he
which he did.
needs a QB. Is what he needs. I guess he's waiting on it. Everybody's waiting on next year, but everybody's waiting
next year,
on.
but cashing in.
Everybody's waiting on next year for the quarterback
We
draft.
cash it in next year.
Everybody's gonna be trying to move up next year in the draft.
Talk to
Everybody.
me. You want to move up?
to me.
Joey's like,
already thinks he's gonna have that.
oh, he's
first
locked.
pick.
He's already locked in.
Talk to
He's locked
me.
in, Chris.
Well, you saw what the fantasy
I know, I
pros-
did.
what they said. He's locked
Fantasy
in.
pros.
Hating on me. Hating on
Fantasy
me.
pros said they already locked him in.
They sure did.
I mean, he had to go tight end here, but his tight ends he has on his team are not good. So he
I
had
mean, it
to.
worked out really well for him because he got his boy. I get it, but I mean, that's like I said, that's the only one I really, really, really liked.
Mhm. I mean, his running backs, kind of. I mean, his team is old, getting old. His team is getting late early.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, his receivers and his running backs really. He got, you know, especially when how running backs have a short shelf life.
Right.
You know, so yeah. And John, he took a lot of defenders this year. He took Milrow, which is good, but took Junkins. I mean, he already has Saquon. He got Trey. He picked up the tight end from Seattle. He drafted the guy from the Commanders in the second round last year. I'm looking and dropped him.
Oh, jeez.
He was the second tight end taken in our draft last year.
Yep.
And he dropped him.
Wow.
I wonder who would make some drops this year.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to see what happens. Ramondre. I mean, he has Mahomes and Baker, which is in a super flex is a good combination to have right now.
Right.
So in the Devy rankings, which is like, you know, the next year's coming out rankings for 2026, obviously you don't know who's going to come out. But of the top 12 guys, 6 of them are quarterbacks right now.
Ooh.
So
I know who's number one.
They got your boy at 1.
Shocking.
They got
number 2. Who the second QB?
They got Coop's boy Sellers at 2, Nussmeier at 3.
Okay.
They got the number 1 overall. Who's the number 1 overall Devy guy? He's not coming out in this class. He'll be the year after that.
Oh, it's a receiver from Ohio State.
Yeah, he's 1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got some. Next year they got Jeremiah Love, Singleton. The first receiver is Carnell Tate, another Ohio State guy. It's all Ohio State guys all the time.
The receivers next year.
I think this next year's class will be better.
Next year it's all quarterbacks.
It's going to be interesting, JB.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Joey's just waiting to play for JB.
Get the franchise.
I'm just waiting.
Franchise got, you know.
Waiting.
It's right here. That was the pick. That was the move that the franchise made that changed his season right there.
Big pick.
Chuba Hubbard. You didn't pick him.
I picked him up, JB.
Picked him up. I know. That was huge for you.
I spent money on him.
I know. I mean, you got St. Brown, you got Devontae Adams, you got receivers, it's good quality. Running backs, you got starters, and you got some backups. You got 2 of the best quarterbacks, two top 5 fantasy quarterbacks.
From a dynasty ranking, they're probably 1 and 2, really.
Probably.
Yeah, up there.
I mean, from their rankings.
Mm-hmm.
So Buttons, let me ask you, because you're the guy we know more than us in the dynasty. Like, you feel like your team is like where you want it to be as far as like age wise, because you skew a little bit older. You feel
I
like, oh, I'm good because
think
I can keep replacing it.
no, I think so. I honestly, I mean, Devontae Adams is really an eyesore to me on this team.
Wild card.
The rest of these people are fairly. I feel like they're
Joey's like,
young.
Yeah,
what?
I don't think that
Monte
you're like
Adams? Joey
crazy
said,
old.
I
Yeah.
take anybody.
Actually, I tried to. I talked to. Was it the same guy or was it another guy?
Let's get on the
And
field.
I offered if he was interested in Devontae Adams in a deal,
Let me go to the bathroom really quick.
but he was not that interested.
I mean, to me, the only way you take Adams is if you're like you're a player away from winning, probably,
These
right?
guys, listen, these guys.
I mean, Adams, I don't know. I mean, he might have a couple more good years in him.
Adams
Well,
is
yeah,
going to
but like,
be
I mean, yeah,
one
I think
A,
if
one
you're
B
if you think,
in
okay, I can
LA.
get 2 years out of him.
His play style, I think, is set
Well,
up
because he's not a burner.
pretty well in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, when I drafted, and that was just more like my thinking was, I'm just going to go super young.
Yep. No, Jay,
And
no, Chris, I did the same thing with the exception of Devontae Adams
yeah,
that year.
yeah. I
So
mean,
like my
I really
strategy,
tried to.
obviously my strategy this year, I tried to honestly pick what I thought was the best player available because I just won a championship. You know, I don't need to rebuild or anything. I'm just literally going to go, according to me, not necessarily based on need. I will if it's there, but let the draft come to me.
Right.
Get a good deal, I'll take it, but let it come to me and I will take the best player that I think is available. And I look at my roster at the same time. So like with Dart, I thought he was the best player available. I thought he's a top 8 guy in a
I mean,
dynasty
yeah, I was,
super flex league. It's just my opinion. Dart is like a top 8 guy. So I took Dart.
Yeah, the dying Superflex, yes.
Yeah.
I agree
I mean,
with you.
I was thinking of, I probably wouldn't have taken him because at that point, like Judkins might have been on the board, and I felt like, okay, if I take Judkins, that shores up one position, and I do know next year's draft is loaded at quarterback, so I feel like I have a good enough team maybe to just move guys around in my flex spot because Dart wouldn't have played for me this year anyway.
Well, he's not going to play for me, Chris.
That's what I mean. So it's
You
not
know,
like I
so-
would have taken Dart wouldn't have answered my quarterback question for this year anyway.
And I took the guy from Houston. I had him ranked pretty high.
Yeah, I'm surprised he fell.
Yeah, he fell. But I honestly, Joey's at the bathroom. But I had it written down. Take Shador in the second. I was going to go back to back quarterback because I thought I don't think he would slip like he did in the real draft. I wouldn't think he would slip all the way back to me at 3.36 or 3.12, I should say. So I had to if I wanted him, I had to take him right there, and I didn't. And then next pick, Joey took him.
Yeah, he wasn't going to make it back.
Right.
What was your thinking then if you took him there though? Like you were just like, I'm just going to take the guy.
I'm gonna take him.
You have more of your guy more than I would though.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have like even if I thought Warren was not as good, I would have just said he's better than whatever and just taken him. Like I don't think I have as much
tight end's
feelings
different.
of guys.
Tight end for me, Chris, I have a whole other perspective on tight end, to be honest.
Yes, he does.
I just don't. I'm not. No
You
one's
just
gonna
don't value him at all.
No one will force my hand for me to take a tight end if I don't really like him.
I mean, yeah, I think
I took Warren. He was the best player available for me. I was like, he's the best player on the board, and I don't even need him this year. I mean, I got tight ends that can do work. Kelsey got a good year in him. Ferguson got a good year in him, but Dak coming back. So I was like, all right.
I only start one of them.
I'm looking at the Pride's draft like last year and this year. I just no comment.
Oh boy.
Like last year, he took Blake Corman in round 1, He passed on in this fantasy superflex. He passed on May, Nix, Worthy, McConkey,
Mm.
Pearsall,
Mm.
Coleman. All those guys were available.
You
And
gotta
then he
let the
doubled
draft
down.
come to
He
you.
doubled down in round. He doubled down in round 2 with taking Roman Wilson.
Mm.
Oh, but isn't he the Michigan guy? He likes Michigan, right?
Yes.
Detroit. He's a
Yes.
Detroit guy.
Then in round 3, he took Terrion Arnold.
Who?
That's the
Ooh.
That's the guy from.
That's the Alabama corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's on Detroit, right?
Yeah.
That dude was straight homer.
Yeah.
He's like, if they don't have some sort of ties to that state, I'm not taking them.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like Button said, I feel like it's just like the real NFL. The good teams that draft are the ones like Baltimore, like those teams you never see them. They always just seem to let it fall to them, and it always does. And you're always like, how are they getting so lucky? But they're just taking the talent that falls to them. Because everybody has needs at somewhere. Like you're never, you know what I mean? Like you're never so loaded everywhere that because even my team's ranked 100. I still feel like I got 2 or 3 spots I want to fill. So it's like, go fill one of them.
Yep.
Like fill the best backup number running back or whatever. Like just, I don't know. It's just these guys just take it, and then luckily we all just are there to scoop them up.
Bracket you got on here going to work, Chris?
So you just do 10 and it's like 10 and 7 face off, and then so it ends up being after you face those, it'll be the top 8 coming out. See what I'm saying?
When we get to that, I'm gonna let y'all.
We're doing worst franchises first.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how we're going to do that, since normally when you have something like that, you need a tiebreaker but you got 4 people, there is no tiebreaker, so
yeah, we'll have to figure out.
Is the bracket gonna be quick, Chris?
Yeah.
All right.
Getting late early, huh, Buttons?
No doubt.
You
guys are lucky.
Lucky.
5 o'clock comes early.
5 o'clock comes early. You gotta get at 5 o'clock. Where you gotta drive somewhere tomorrow?
I'm back in the office, JB. 5 days a week.
Where's your office?
In DC.
Yes, Buttons.
Jeez.
Taking that train.
Oh yeah,
The
but
train?
hey, the train's free, Buttons. The train's free.
The train is free
for government employees.
It's free-ish.
Free-ish.
Nothing's free.
I pay a little out of pocket because I get a monthly pass, which is over my max limit.
Okay.
Time is money. So, all right, ranking the top 10 worst.
We'll start at 10.
Start at 10.
How are we going to do this? Do we need to keep a documentation of this?
You got to keep all receipts, JB.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. I think I tried to start it last.
You said the major 3, Chris. Now I had.
Of course,
if this is not okay. I had 2 NHL.
I mean, yeah. If you want to throw them in there, throw them in there.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, if you feel.
I feel very strongly about 2 NHL.
Yeah, throw them in there.
My NHL one was going to shock y'all.
Really?
Yes, it may not, but it's going to be funny. It's meant to be hilarious. It will be. Then I may offend an entire nation with this one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let's see. Let me just make sure I got a good one to use. Yeah, top 10 here. Okay, I just do a blank one. File, new, spreadsheet.
But which train do you take out of Spotsy?
I take the 540.
Okay.
Yeah.
That gets me to LaFont at around 720, 725.
How was something dry? Right?
And my
You
office is right there. I just walk right into it.
take a nap.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
540 out of
Nap on the way
Spotsy. That
in.
means you're at Leland at 559.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Around there. Yeah.
Okay.
Must be nice to be important and work for the government.
It's good to have a job at least right now.
Yes, that's a blessing.
Yeah. I'm thankful for that, JB.
Yeah. You ain't hungry. Yes, you probably got what, GS 25.
Oh, stop, JB. I do okay.
He does okay. So you say, Joey, he ain't hungry. Like Peter Brown would
Buttons
say,
ain't
I ain't hungry.
Buttons ain't hungry.
Every time I talk to my dad, he's like, what do I always tell you about me? You ain't hungry. He said, I ain't hungry, Jason. You're right. I know you're not hungry. Okay. All right, here we go. We got the top 10 worst franchise out of the last 10 years, right, Chris?
Yeah, last 10.
Last 10 years. Okay.
Chris be put pressure
So
on us.
I just threw I had to get a hockey team in there since you guys are,
There
because
you
I know one is horrible. So
All right. Let's see. But share. I know Bud's getting late early, my man. Bud, you got to catch that train. Midnight train to Georgia. All right, Bud, you get the first one. You're number 10. What is it going to be?
Number 10, I'm going to start in the NHL, JB, with my number 10 pick. And I have the Arizona Coyotes here.
Right, Coyotes.
Worst record in the NHL over the past 10 years, and it's not even close.
Goodness.
All right, Joey.
JB, my number 10 team.
He's making up some. He's just pulling teams out of the clear blue. He's looking it up now on his
Worst
computer.
team.
He's looking it up on his computer right now.
I've got a couple of lists ready, JB.
Yeah,
Couple of lists ready. JB, give me Vegas / Oakland Raiders.
The Raiders. Okay.
Oh, Raiders.
Interesting.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Give me. This is close. Give me. Now that I added the hockey team in, which one do I want to go? Give me Rockies.
Rockies. Wow. Okay. I don't think I even did a baseball. I did do a baseball team, even though
I think I got a couple baseball.
I got one baseball.
Rockies and this year the Rockies are historically bad.
Yeah. Yes,
Give me here. And this I don't want to waste no time. Give me the Jets football.
Jets.
Like one winning season in the last 10 years that made the playoffs. And then give me the Dallas Cowboys.
What?
JB.
Let me tell you, listen. Okay. This is my perspective. Yes, they make the most money. But they have not been to the NFC Championship game in 26 or 7 years.
They're relevant though.
Oh man.
He just has to get him on the list. They broke his heart.
It doesn't matter if you're relevant. What have you done for me lately? Your franchise is not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
But you know what the hell I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what I mean. Yeah. And that's not even it's not even personal. It's like you get all this hype, you get all this attention, but you don't do crap. That's my point.
Right.
All right, give me the Orlando Magic here. Even though they look like they're turning the corner,
Interesting.
they're the worst. They're a 40% win percentage over the last.
Y'all got stats. I ain't do no stats because I ain't had time for stats.
I don't have stats either.
Is what it is. They're horrible.
I had it ready for last week. Last night I went to set my lineup for golf, and I didn't hit my captain. So guess what? This morning I didn't have a lineup.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
All right, give me the Orlando Magic here. Even though they look like they're turning the corner, they're a 40% win percentage over the last.
I had it ready for last week. Last night I went to set my lineup for golf, and I didn't hit my captain. So guess what was morning? I didn't have a lineup. I had it. I was sitting right here. I had
Oh, because the
everybody
captain,
picked.
because of the captain, JB.
It had to be because I freaking hit. I thought I hit save, but I
That's
don't remember picking the captain. I thought I did, but
That's
I didn't
weird.
see my team.
that is weird.
Yeah,
All right, Joey.
I swore I did, but
JB, please give me the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, that's a good one. They don't care about winning,
No, they don't.
right?
They had like a couple years though. Remember, they were like not bad.
Yeah,
With Kutch.
they did, Chris.
But
I like-
overall, they're like a minor league farm system for
Yeah.
good players.
Yeah.
So
How long is Skeen's gonna be there?
think Skeen's gonna be a Yankee?
He's gone in a couple years. No way.
He won't be a Yankee, Joey?
Yeah,
No.
because they're fine with the mustache. They don't mind that.
They definitely don't.
He got the whole beard thing though, right? Didn't they?
Well, it's still got to be kept up with.
Yes.
All
Got
I
it.
do got show. He showed with his girlfriend. They'll be like, "Oh, you good?"
You good? Let him in. He
Show
throws
with
heat
Olivia
and he
Munn,
got a
not
hot.
Olivia Munn, the girl from LSU. He'd be fine. All right, Buttons, who you got here?
I'm gonna take two NBA teams here in a row, JB. I'm gonna go with the Wizards at number 9.
Yeah, they're terrible.
3 playoff appearances in the last 10. 8.
I don't care
8
about
and 4.
winning.
Pistons at number 8. 3 playoff appearances as well. 8th, 8th, and 6th.
Wow. Okay. The Pistons, even though the Pistons are up and coming team and will be a challenger in the East next year.
They are.
Joey, what you got here, man?
JB, number 8, I'm going to stay baseball.
Okay.
Baltimore Orioles.
They've had a couple good years though.
Couple of them.
They did.
Hey, they made Chris Believer the last 3.
They kill me now. I'm all on them. I keep falling for it.
Falling for the okie doke.
This is another team I got here I thought is looking like they're good this year, but they've been pretty bad. The Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Another one was really low.
The first team to 50 wins this year.
They're really good this year, but other than that, they haven't had a really good team. And
Is it Fool's
Some
Gold
time.
or what? All right. Who is my number 8? At my number 8, I had some stats yesterday, but you know what? I'm gonna go with a basketball team. I'm gonna go with the Nets. And then at my number 7, I'm going to go with Canadian NHL teams. When is the last time an NHL team from
he
Canada
just groups
has
them all.
won,
It's just all of them.
Yeah, JB.
has
Canada.
won the cup? When tell me.
True.
How many
True.
years has it been?
It's
Oh, wow.
been since 92.
Has it? Jeez.
Horrible.
Yes. So that's what? 92, that's 33
Horrible.
Is it
years.
92?
33 years.
Wow.
Yep. Sorry, Canada.
You get the whole country. The whole
getting-
country.
I'm getting all of them. I'm getting all of y'all. Probably spelled Canadian wrong, but I'll fix it.
Apologize for that as well.
Edmonton back to back getting beat in the championship, letting Buttons down.
93, Joey. Montreal defeats
Okay.
the Kings.
That's when Patrick Waugh left.
That's old Wah.
Said I'm out.
It just says Canadian hockey. It's like the whole country just horrible.
In the NHL now, not the Canadian, not the Canadian freaking national team. They
Right.
quality. It's quality.
Uh-huh.
Well, this one's already mentioned. Give me Jets.
Jets.
Oh, wow.
The butt fumble.
Mhm.
The whole butt fumble. I don't think have they made the playoffs in the last 10 years?
No.
Once.
No.
I thought it was like 2012 or
14.
something.
14 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You'll see
Guess-
them much later.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to actually like pick how you want to judge who's the worst.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, well, this team loses more games. This team had one playoff appearance. You're fighting over who's
It's
the
a
worst.
combination of a lot of stats, Chris.
Yeah, you're just trying to.
There's a lot going on.
I
Yeah.
did a lot. I did a
Juggle
lot of work on this afternoon.
I know you did, Buttons.
All
I know
All right,
you
Joey,
did.
you got.
right. Going baseball again here. We're going to go north side, Chicago, White Sox.
Mhm.
They may be making an appearance on mine as well.
In the last 10 years, Joey, they have the worst record in the MLB. By the way.
Golly. Golly, they are terrible.
Yep.
They need to bring Ozzie Guillen back.
Get him back.
He ain't coming back.
Bring Ozzie Guillen back.
You're not walking through that door, Joey.
No, he is not.
All right, what you got here, Buttons?
So I'm going to the NFL here. Third worst record over the last 10 years. Only 2 winning seasons in the last 10 years. I'm going to go with the New York Football Giants.
Ooh, that one's gotta hurt.
I speak facts. But number 6, JB, I'm going to the MLB. This team had 4 seasons where they had the best player in the league over the last 10 seasons. 4 MVPs on this team and not a playoff appearance in 10 years still. The LA Angels.
I knew it. Got Chris Boy.
That's right. Wasting him.
Horrible.
Wasted.
Okay, Joey. All right, Joey, who you got here?
JB, I'm going to the NFL as well.
Mm-hmm.
The other team, Jets, Jets.
All right.
All right, give me a team. Looks like they're slightly better now. Give me the Pistons.
Pistons. All right. I'm gonna go with a team that I truly hate. The fool's goal of the NFL, like if Buttons calls it.
Now we're talking.
They did not have, until last year. They had a winning season. That was their first winning season in 10 years. So go with the Commanders.
Ooh.
There's a theme here. I'm gonna stay in the division and go with Dak's Sons, New York Football Giants.
Oh man, you could have just said just one whole. You have the Canadian hockey and then the East excluding
Eagles.
the Eagles. He likes to lump them all together. Buttons already said this one. I threw it in because they are horrible. Give me the Coyotes. The Coyotes aren't even a team now, right? No, now they're just it's just the Utah whatever.
Yeah,
the
hockey club,
name,
right?
They voted on their name already. It's a Utah team name. It's still the hockey club.
I think it.
I thought. Did they come up with a name or no?
I think they were. I think they're they're the Mammoth.
The Mammoths.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the Mammoths.
Coyotes were so bad; they were just like, we're
still horrible.
We're leaving.
But how is hockey a pole sport? But the teams that win all come from Florida.
Horrible, JB.
That makes sense. All the good teams are from Florida.
Well, you got I mean, you think about the teams who win are really good lately. Other than like Edmonton, it's been like the Florida teams. Vegas has won. Dallas has been really good.
They should all play outside. Open up that stadium, then see what happens.
Oh Lord, yeah, that'd be awesome. So a hockey game in Florida in the summer. Outside,
swimming in the pool.
All right, Joey.
JB, let's go back to the MLB. Miami Marlins.
Oh yeah, Miami just does not care. They won that one championship. It was like, yeah, let's blow it up.
Levon Hernandez.
All right, Buttons.
This team, I'm in the NFL here. This team has had 2 winning seasons in the past 10 years. This team went 1-15 and then 0-16. The Browns.
They are a bad
Browns.
franchise. I don't
Going
think it's
back
gonna get
to
better.
the for my top 4, I have one in every sport, JB. For my 4th, I have an NBA team who it's been 9 years since they've even made the playoffs. And then the one time that they did go to the playoffs, they lost in the first round. I'm going with the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I thought about the Hornets. I left them off. That was my Rockies or
They're
Hornets.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But they are bad though.
Terrible.
They are gorgeous. Not gorgeous, gorgeous. JB, number 14. I'm going to go with the Detroit Pistons.
Man, y'all hating on the Pistons.
They've been terrible, JB.
Terrible over the last 9 or 10 years.
Yeah, they've just had like one good year, really.
They've
And
been
just
That was this
been
year?
recency bias.
this year. Luckily,
I think are they on multiple teams now? Yeah. Give me the White Sox here. Another historically bad team.
Let's see. I thought I was trying to look. Uh, let's see. Team history.
JB's like, give me the whole Central Division. And I guess which division Central?
I got another
Yes.
hockey team right once again in Button's backyard. I'm looking at it's on my paper, but I'm looking at their record, their finishes over the last 10 years. The Buffalo Sabres, they are terrible. Their best finish in the last 10 years has been 20th.
yeah.
Oh,
You got them too high, JB. But just wait for mine.
Okay. All right. And then here I have I'm gonna go with the Hornets here. My last two. Yeah. This crappy. All right. You got Chris.
give me Buttons just mentioned them. Give me the Browns here.
All right. Joey.
JB, please give me the Washington Commanders.
See that your Giants off, huh?
All right. MLB 8 out of 10. This is so bad. 4th or 5th place in their division, 8 out of 10 years. The Buccos, Pittsburgh Pirates.
Ahoy, matey.
Avast matey? What the hell does that mean?
Matey. That was a Seinfeld reference, everybody, if you didn't get it. That's why Buttons is giggling, and I'm giggling too. All right. Buttons, number two,
JB, NHL, 14 years it's been. They've been shining their golf clubs since December in the season every year. The Buffalo Sabres.
You know,
Sabres, baby. The
Buttons
Sabres.
had to pull a local team for him. He had to get a Buffalo
100%.
shot.
All right, Joey, number
JB,
two.
number 2, the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. Okay.
All right, give me the team with the worst in the NFL with the worst winning percentage over the last 10 years. The Jags.
I know who this is.
The Jags.
They had what, one one year they won a playoff, right? They had they had that year they
No,
looked pretty
no.
good.
See, the only reason I didn't put them on
AFC
my list,
Championship.
Chris, they had
a good run that one year.
they had a good run, and they were in the playoffs a couple times. They went far a couple times. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I didn't put them in there.
Yeah, I mean they're obviously they're like the Marlins where
But their record is bad. It's real bad.
It
it's
is
like they
bad.
just don't
When your record
compete
is
at
worse
all.
than the Jets, I mean, that's real bad.
They just have had, but that division is.
got Daniel
if they played
Jones,
in a
man.
harder division, they would struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, the Browns are just in a much harder division.
Yeah.
They got what's it called, man? They got,
Daniel Jones of the South.
yeah. Jeez. All right. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This team has not had a winning season in the last 7 years, and before that, they still stunk. Going with the Washington Wizards. Straight trash. And I guess I can either go with the Jags here, the Browns here. I mean, the Nationals. I can't go with the Nationals. They actually won a championship in the last 10 years.
Unfortunately.
I don't know how they did it, but I'm gonna go with the Browns, man.
The Browns the only one right now on all 4.
Ooh, maybe.
Right? Is that it look like it is?
Oh, we're gonna fix that with my number 1, Chris. Trust me.
Oh, you got to have the Jets then.
Easiest
right,
one on the card.
Give me the Marlins here. They're horrible.
First franchise, the Marlins, Chris.
Oh yeah, I mean, they just never seem to compete at all. It's like they're not even rebuilding.
They just don't
At
care.
least like the Pirates have guys. Like the Marlins don't even, other than what's the one dude that was really good? The Fernandez guy was really good.
The one that died in the boat accident?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
other than that, like at least the Pirates have Pirates have put out and drafted a ton of really good guys. They just can't keep them together.
Mm-hmm. All right, Joey, who's the top worst franchise?
JB, number 1 worst franchise. They don't know who they are. They have no identity. Once proud, once the cream of the crop, the New York Giants.
Oh. You guys weren't high enough on them.
I knew when you said once proud, I knew where you were going.
You already knew.
You said once proud. I said, oh, yeah, he's going with the Giants.
JB.
Should I pencil it in, Buttons? The Jets.
JB, 56 wins in the last 10 years. 14 seasons without making the playoffs. It has to be the Jets.
Make the playoffs this year. Did you pick the Jets to win the division last year, Buttons?
Yes.
Now we see why.
But they had Rodgers.
So
Not Aaron Rodgers, Buttons.
Are you picking the Steelers to win the division? Yes.
Lock it up.
Oh my.
It's over.
I predict that the Steelers will have their first losing record.
Oh, get out of
Oh
here.
my. That's blasphemy, JB.
I'm telling you, man, Rodgers is a cancer.
At least 10 wins, JB.
10 wins?
At least.
Man, okay. All right. We had to look at that schedule and analyze that. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that to something tonight. It's an instant ad. All right. So we got the CJ Squared bracket. My man Chris put together the top 10 champs. All right, this for each professional team sports, I guess. And this week we're doing basketball because we just had the NBA Finals. OKC won the championship. Of course, Chris puts this out, does not give us time to do any kind of research to look at that up there.
I don't even know what teams we have.
Oh, you didn't look at the paper? Did you send the email?
Hang on a minute.
It has the seeds.
Does it have all the
That's
teams?
seeds. Yeah.
If you
So
scroll down, it's on the bottom of it.
yeah, it says bracket. So
Okay.
all right. So let's just do this. I'm gonna do this, and then we'll I'm gonna have to post it later. We can review it next time we have our show and go to our next thing. I'll review it. So let's go with the 2022 Golden State versus the 21 Bucks. Joey, who you got?
Warriors.
Buttons.
Bucks.
Chris.
Give me the Bucks.
Ooh.
I was gonna go Bucks too. I like the
Y'all
Bucks
lost
better.
it.
Carried that team. Come
Y'all
on,
lost
Joey.
it. Wait. You said 2022?
22, Joey. That was the last. This is just the.
That's fine.
Yeah.
The 19 Toronto Raptors versus the 20
Oh,
Lakers.
this is so easy.
The bubble Lakers.
This is so easy.
Buttons.
Raptors. 20 don't count.
Joey.
Lakers. It
Oh
counts.
Oh my God.
Doesn't
AD was
count.
unreal.
I'll go Raptors as well.
So Lakers are gone. All right.
Lakers gone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The 18 Golden State Warriors versus the 24 Celtics. Joey.
Golden State.
Chris.
Golden State. But Buttons doesn't get a shot unless JB is feeling.
I'm going
the
Golden State.
coin
I
toss.
mean, the bootleg Golden State team beat them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the real good Golden State team to beat them. Because that team had KD on it, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Cheat code.
The 16 Cavs versus the Denver Nuggets.
Ooh. Give me Denver.
Mm.
Cleveland.
Denver.
You got Buttons?
I've got Denver. So we got to break a tie, probably, JB, because you got Cleveland, right?
I got Denver. Cleveland wasn't even supposed to win that championship. If
That is for sure, JB.
if
They weren't.
Draymond doesn't give LeBron a nut shot, we're not even
Horrible.
talking about. We're talking about Golden State being one of the best dynasties.
But
of all
he
time.
did. And they lost 3
Oh,
straight.
oh my goodness.
And
Yeah,
I'm going Denver,
Denver
best
is.
player on the planet. All right, so we're in the second round. We got 2016 Golden State versus the 2019
That's the
Raptors.
Raptors.
Okay, and then we got the Thunder, who Chris unbiasedly ranked them the number 2 team on this list.
I went. Hey, I did do the research.
Interesting.
Oh.
I mean, it's gonna play out, but I actually did research it from a couple different places.
Okay.
How you got Golden State 2016 and Cavs 16 is Golden State 2015, right?
It's 15, yeah, I think, right? Isn't it? Or is it? What
Or is
was
it 17, 18?
was it? No, Golden State was 18 and 16, right? Cavs was, or no,
Golden State was 15 and 17 and 18.
so
And
yeah,
22.
and 22. So then the Cavs is the one I forgot in there.
But you got Cavs, they're gone anyway. So you got the Golden State 15 and 17 teams that run as number
15
one.
is to be the 15 is the. Is that the one with Durant?
No.
No, that's the first year. And then the second year is the year, yeah. So Durant was the 17-18 team.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have Golden State 15.
15 was the one everybody was loving on the when I went through. So I just took them as
15, 16. Yep.
That was the one everybody was hyping.
So we'll be okay. All right. So we leaving one team off though. We leaving this 2017 Golden State team off.
But there
Unless
should be 10 teams, right?
Well, here's the thing, you do 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. If you do the 15 team, you got 11. So that's
Oh, so yeah. So which team would we leave off then?
That's on you. You either do that. You either have if for me, if I'm ranking a Golden State team, that's my number one ranked team. It's the first year with Durant. Will be their
16.
best
That's
team.
the 17.
I would agree with JB's assessment.
Yeah, so then go ahead and put them as the one.
Okay. Golden State 17 is the one.
Golden State 17 is
Okay.
the one.
Yep.
Mhm.
15, they were young and weren't even supposed to win.
Yeah.
And they came back in 16 and won 73 games and lost.
Oh.
All right. So we got the 25 OKC Thunder versus the 21 Bucks. All right. And then we got the Denver 23 team. 3-6 plays. It plays so Denver.
So it would be, let me see. It would be it would go.
Chris, I don't know what the hell you doing over here. Hold on.
So Denver, it
Hold on,
should
hold on,
go
I got it.
3 versus
So
6.
yeah,
And then 6 would play. So it should have been 1 through 8 coming out. So then it would be Golden State
it's a 1, and then the
versus Golden State 22 is what it would be. Because it ends up being 8 teams coming out.
that's
So
right.
Golden
Yep,
State,
yep. I got you. So Golden State 2017 versus Golden State 2022. That's gonna be a no-brainer.
yeah, that's
And we got the Thunder versus the
that's
Bucks
Toronto.
versus Toronto.
Then Golden State 18 versus Denver 23.
Then Golden State 18 versus Denver 23.
Yeah. That should be 4 teams coming out of that, right? Is that 4 games?
That's 6. That's okay. Hold on. We got right down here. We got Golden State 2017 versus on the paper it says you got Toronto, but I'm guessing you meant the winner of the Golden State 22 Bucks 21. So we went with Bucks 21, didn't we?
Yep.
Hold on. So I did do it wrong then. So it should be.
That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna fix it. We do Bucks 21. All right, and then you have the Thunder 25 and versus Toronto 2019.
Because it should be.
Yeah, you don't have enough, right? But that's okay. We're gonna fix it.
I needed to bracket
gonna
on my
do-
actual.
We're gonna do.
Did you write it down, Chris, on a piece of paper?
I was
He
just
typed it
in
He
my
typed
head.
it.
I typed it, but I didn't write out the bracket like a bracket.
Yeah, and then we got and then
I clearly should have written it down.
the teams we have left over. We got the Golden State 18 versus Denver 23. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. We all know that Golden State 17 versus the Bucks 21. I think everybody's going Golden State 17.
You got it.
Correct.
All right. So and then we'll just match up the winner of the bottom one since they were the number 1 ranked team. So you got the Thunder 25 against Toronto 2019. How y'all going?
No bias. Thunder.
Joey.
Toronto 20.
Toronto
19.
19 with
19.
Kawhi, Siakam,
OKC.
OKC, Buttons.
Buttons, who would you
There's
go?
a new sheriff in town. OKC.
Okay, so now we got now for the real goodness. Golden State 2018 versus Denver 2023.
Golden State.
So that's the second Durant.
You know,
Final.
it's a second. We have a chance. It's going to be a Golden State.
Golden State versus Golden State.
Oh man, dude.
Oh, man, that team was so good though. Give me Golden State here.
All right, Buttons.
I have to go Golden State.
Joey.
Joey went Golden State.
I went Golden State.
All right, so you got OKC 25 versus Golden State 18
Golden State.
with 17 waiting in the wings.
Golden State.
Give me Thunder.
Buttons. Let's make it.
Thunder.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got Golden State 2017. The team that when Durant signed, everybody said, lock it in.
He did what?
Everybody said, when he signed there, everyone said, oh, this is not fair. Lock it
What did
in
he just do?
Lock it.
against OKC 25, one of the historically best defensive teams.
He
In
signed
the
with the
league.
enemy?
Joey, you act like it's crazy. They won what, 68 games?
Golden State is an all-time. That Golden State team is an all-time great team.
True.
Hold on. The craziest part is Durant signed to a team that had just won
73 games.
73 games.
Exactly.
How many games did they win that year?
The 2017 year, they still won 60-something games.
They coasted to 60 games. They knew it wasn't going to get real until the NBA Finals.
It didn't even get real then either. They finished.
That was.
Hold on. They finished 16, 17. They finished 67-15.
Yeah, this ends up being a no-brainer for me. Even though I want the Thunder, because that's our final, right? Thunder versus.
Yeah.
They lost one game in the whole postseason.
Yep.
And it was in the finals to the Cavs. They almost swept.
Yeah, they went 4-4, and then they lost one game to Cleveland.
They said we'll treat them like gentlemen.
4-4-4.
Yep. Yeah. So y'all all going Golden State 17?
Yep.
Joey.
I think it's as much as I want to go.
You can't, Chris. I mean,
Yeah, they
all right,
they
so
said
we
they
have
won
our first
67.
We have our first top 10
4-4-4.
champion of the last 10 years.
What we'll have to do is we'll have to
Warriors.
do the champion group, and then we'll take those.
now that would
see
be
who's our
something.
best.
They're the best teams.
The best champion
Best of the best of the best, sir.
best of
With
the
honors.
best.
So the Golden State,
Next
State
time, Buttons, I'll
Warriors.
write it down. So
And what we do is, Chris, we'll keep the top 2 from
Okay.
each one to throw them in the bracket.
yeah, that works.
Just to
That'll
see
work.
what we think, right? So we will have a real nice. We could end up with OKC and Golden State again.
Good.
I don't know. I don't know.
Could have a hockey team versus an NBA team, JB.
I know that's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so we got our 2 finalists, and our winner was Golden State. Our finalist was OKC 25. The winner, Golden State 2017. All righty, now it's time for buy or sell. And the first buy or sell is going to be a real recent one, like tonight, recent one.
Oh, tonight.
Joey, are we buying that the Pittsburgh Steelers will win? Will win the AFC North. Buying or selling, Joey?
Sell. I love Tomlin. That's my man. The standard is the standard, but
Okay, Chris.
Baltimore winning that thing.
I'm with Joey. Sell.
All right,
sell.
I am going to go ahead and make it a trio, but sell. There is no way the Steelers are going to win the division with the Ravens playing there and then the Bengals. But Buzz, we know that you are a buyer. You are on the record saying that the Steelers will win the division.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Nice. Okay. All right, here we go. Here are the ones I had before Buttons made that nice comment. All right. First, it's basketball. Will the Knicks come out of the East, and will Joey and I, and maybe Buttons and Chris, be at Madison Square Garden in 2026 when the Knicks go to the go to the NBA Finals? Chris, are you buying or selling that?
Sell. No.
Now the Knicks fans, Buttons.
JB, I would go and I will go if it happens, but this is a sell.
There, he's selling.
Yeah, selling, Mortimer.
All right, Joey, you buying?
JB, I'm buying as much as I possibly can. Shares of this. Give me 1,000 shares.
All right, Joey, hate to tell you, but selling. The Knicks will have a new coach, same roster. Now, if that roster changes, maybe they bring in.
They might not have the same.
The roster's going to be different, slightly.
They have a different roster. I mean, their starting five probably going to be the same. If not, will it be the same team?
It's not going to be the same, JB.
Okay.
Make the call.
All right. All right, here's a good one for y'all. Are you buying or selling Justin Tucker only getting a 10-game suspension for his acts of sexual misconduct? You buying or selling, Joey? 10-game suspension.
He got 10?
Got a 10-game suspension.
What did Deshaun Watson get?
Got a whole year.
Well, technically he didn't get a year.
Got hurt. But...
He was hurt. He took that year off, and then they gave him 10. I believe it's technically the same.
Okay.
Sentence.
Okay.
But in effect, he was gone a year and 10 games, whereas Tucker's going to be gone 10 games.
Okay. I will then buy it.
Tucker's massages weren't as deep.
Or as long.
Oh boy.
He got it says
10, right?
It does say he got a similar suspension as Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson did get one more game than Justin Tucker.
Oh, he got 11.
Was fined $5 million.
Did Tucker get fined, JB?
Tucker didn't seem to be. I don't see anything about Tucker getting fined or nothing.
That's kind of.
See, so we gotta sell.
Oh,
I gotta sell.
Yeah.
That's not equal. Unless we find something like more.
Well, do you know how many? Well, how many acts was it?
Yeah, maybe it was
Justin
more
Tucker. I don't know. I mean, it does. I mean, I could read more into it right now. But I'm not going to.
You know what, JB? Don't even bother. I'm gonna sell.
You say he shouldn't get 10 or he should get more?
He should get more. Maybe.
Yeah, me too.
I'd say two. I'd say two more.
I'm selling. He's sell. Just kick him out of the league. He's gone. Just stop. Y'all need to stop doing dumb stuff, man. Come on, man. All right, you sing opera. Come on, sing some opera.
NFL player.
Yeah, sing some opera.
I don't understand.
Yeah. All right.
It's so easy.
My thigh hurts.
All right, two more buy or sells. Rockets. The Rockets.
And the Rockets.
And the Rockets.
And the Rockets. Hold on, I'll get there.
Every time I hear that, I think about Derek Coleman giggling and putting his shirt to his face and laughing. They show his face. It's like, and the Rockets.
And the Rockets.
And the Rockets.
Hold on.
What happened?
Oh, Coleman. Good old
All
Coleman.
right. So are we buying or selling the Rockets as being serious contenders to the Thunder next year? Joey.
Bye, JB.
Okay, we're buying.
Chris? I'm buying.
You're buying.
Buttons.
Oh, they got rid of their quote unquote problem, their inconsistent guy in Jalen Green, and they kept Şengün and Thompson. That's a buy.
I'm buying too. And they got rid of Dylan the Villain too.
Oh, yeah. Get that guy out too.
All right, and last but not least, with the Gold Cup finishing up we're in the quarterfinals, I believe. Yep, quarterfinals. Will U.S. men win the gold medal? Win the Gold Cup.
This is so easy.
You buying or selling, them winning it, Joey?
JB, buying 1 million shares.
Oh my God.
Shares.
You need a test now, overnighted.
Chris, look at the odds up right now.
I'm wanting to look at the odds. I'm gonna say sell just because it's America and we bomb out in all these tournaments.
We bomb out, we don't win. It's a sell.
I do hope they win. My heart is saying just buy.
I'm buying, but I'm not buying 1 million
3-0
like Joey.
3-0.
I'm not going all in like Joey, but I'm buying. I'm buying because I'm proud to be an American, and I want to see these guys win this on. Even though they don't need to win, I mean, it's not a must-win situation because we're the host of. I mean, the 3 teams who are hosting the World Cup are in the quarters: Canada, Mexico, and U.S.
They have the second best odds at plus 200. Mexico,
yeah, I saw that.
Plus
Mexico, right, is number 1.
They're plus 150, so it's not like it's all close.
And it looks like they could meet in the finals, right? Couldn't they?
Yeah. So, and then Canada's plus 5. Saudi Arabia plus 14.
There you go. Buttons, I know it's getting late early. Let's hear that Buttons bottom line. What you got going on?
I appreciate that, JB. So I know most people this past Sunday night were glued to their TV screen watching one thing and one thing only, the NBA Finals. If you are like the fellas here, you can't get enough NBA action, but with that finals brought controversy in the form of Mr. Ron Artest. He claimed in a bold statement that, I quote, I think SGA is at times better than Michael Jordan. At times, when you look at SGA's game, he is the best basketball player that probably touched the front, top, and bottom. Every move you ever dreamed of. Now, there's no denying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just delivered one of the most impressive seasons in NBA history. The Oklahoma City Thunder star led his team to a championship, outlasting the Indiana Pacers in 7 games and capping a year that will be remembered for decades. In doing so, the Thunder guard joined elite company as well. He became just the 4th player in NBA history to win a scoring title, regular season MVP, and finals MVP in the same season, joining, now get this, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal. For my money, 3 top 10 guys of all time. Now, am I saying Shai's a top 10 guy all time? Certainly not. That would be silly. However, look at the last 3 years of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 3 All-Star games, 3 NBA All-NBA first teams, an MVP, and a second in voting MVP one of those years as well. Look, here's the Buttons bottom line. Michael Jordan, of course, remains the gold standard. He was a 6-time NBA champion, won Finals MVP every single time. He also claimed 5 regular season MVPs and was selected to 14 All-Star games. Will Shea ever get there? Probably not. But I, for one, will cherish the moments I can watch him. As for my money, he's the closest thing that I personally, I know, have seen in a long time as the next Michael Jordan. Because if right now I was starting a franchise, not Joker, not Luka, not Brunson, not Ant-Man, not Wemby, you best believe this guy would be my first round pick, SGA. I'm out.
Ooh, there we go. I mean, I think SGA is, or Jordan would be SGA's similar game with Ant-Man's athleticism. That's the difference. He gets to the bucket easy.
Score that basketball, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, he gets to his spot. He plays easy and gets to it. I mean, close. That's very Jordan-esque. He just doesn't. When he gets to the rim, it's not like Jordan in that way. If you gave him Ant-Man's athleticism, and that's what these kids who haven't seen Jordan play, it's like, okay, you say Jordan wouldn't dominate now, and it's like SGA is dominating right now, and he's not even nearly the athletic or the I don't even know if he's a competitor.
I don't even know how he does it, but he just gets to the rim with ease.
He definitely does. He has that little spin move he does. I mean, he never looks like he's exerting himself. And that's what people were saying.
Yep.
Like somebody was saying Jordan isn't as hard to guard from a physical standpoint, like running around compared to Steph, because Jordan just gets to his spot and, you know, I mean, he just does what he wants to do, gets to his spot and gets his shot off whenever he feels like it. Where Steph, you're running through all types of screens, that sort of thing. Not from a standpoint of
I feel very strongly like that in the NFL, we were witnessing the last couple of years an end of an era. Brady's gone, Manning's gone, Rodgers is about to be gone. All these Breeze is gone. First ballot Hall of Famers are leaving. Okay, it's coming in the NBA. And these new stars are going to rise up, and somebody's going to have to take that mantle. And I think it is this kid. I'm telling you, he is special.
He is special.
Can I tell you that with your thing, how you got to set up your screen, and everything, you look like Beaker from the Muppets.
My favorite Muppet, JB.
Look, you're like beep 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 beep. SGA.
Beaker and Bunsen.
I don't know, but that could be a little blasphemy. We got a Canadian being the face of the NBA. Nah, I'm just joking.
JB, I'm telling you.
I mean, hey.
Would you take him, JB, first overall?
Today? Right now?
Right now.
If I had to draft right now, am I taking him first overall out of all the great players in the NBA? I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would. I mean, honestly, either be him or a healthy Tatum, be honest.
Yeah.
One of those two guys. I know Chris is like, what about the Joker?
I'm taking Joker.
Of course you
would. No, Joker. He was a close second. He was a close second.
The only reason that I would take those guys because I think they're younger. That's it.
And Tatum is still young, JB.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I said that.
Yeah.
And,
Joey, who you taking?
Tatum's in the same boat, right? Three or four times first team All NBA, NBA champion. If Tatum didn't get hurt this year and they made the finals, it would have been like Steph. He's the face of the league.
Yep.
But he'll come. Hopefully he comes back stronger because I love to see that guy come on and bring the Celtics back. Even though I'm not a Celtic guy, but still.
I think I just would only because Joker is such a rare find. I feel like it's easier to find, not in SGA, because obviously, but I think it's
He was a
easier to
what?
find a really
He
good
was a
guard.
13th pick in the draft, something like that.
Like it's easier to find a really good guard than it. Like he really is a unicorn. There's never been a guy like him.
No,
That-
Joker definitely. Yeah.
a big that can basically completely run the game like he does. So I feel like in that way, I think I would take him only because he's so unique to what he brings to the table.
Joker is the only guy that has not played. Like he's the only NBA champion who has not played with an all-star.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like another all-star on his team.
I mean, Denver's doing him a disservice, and I don't know if he's the type to, like we were joking about Booker.
He doesn't care, man.
He doesn't.
He doesn't
He's just
care.
like whatever.
He just gonna go out there and play.
Yep.
So we're
His
almost
horses.
wasting him away.
Yeah. I mean, they I don't know. It's just they got good players, but they just not all-stars. Like Jamal Murray is
He's good, but it's
He's
like
Jamal Murray is a very good player, JB.
Yeah.
got
I mean,
a
if it
very
wasn't
good
for all
guy.
the guys in the West, he'd have been an all-star.
They've regressed since their NBA championship. Everyone else has except him. They've regressed.
well, like Porter has not gotten any better, really.
No.
Aaron Gordon is
I think he was the number one player of the year out of high school that SGA came out of high school.
Yeah.
He was the number one player.
Might have
Number one
been,
player.
yeah.
like he has no vision. That's a guy who what's his name could be. That Ace Bailey. Remember a guy who doesn't pass at all? That's Michael Porter.
I need to give you my grades too, JB.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Michael Porter, I think for him, honestly, him getting hurt is a big factor with his back and everything.
Yeah.
And then him going to a team, right? He didn't need to develop any other part of his game to be a shooter.
Yeah, that's basically
Right. I mean,
what he's become.
I'm sure Porter, he couldn't have been the number one player in the nation out of all these guys if he didn't have a kind of a complete game. Because he's almost like a KD clone.
Yeah.
It's just the other two are so
KD.
the other two are so ball dominant with Joker and Murray that he probably just doesn't. He just fits into where he's at. He probably would have been much
Lost
better.
in the shuffle.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been better to go to like the Pistons or something where he had to actually be more than what he is.
Yeah.
So you got to
Well,
get a guy who's way more
Go ahead and fill
talented.
it in right now
I got you. Yep.
for the NBA draft grades. All right, Joey, it's time for your delusional picks.
Let's get
Oh
it,
my
Joey.
So I already know it's going to involve some darts or some farts or some cricket or something that once you tell me what it is, I'm just not even going to look at it
You're
again.
close, JB, but you're not there.
What is it? Is it hula hoop? What is it? Is it badminton? Is it jacks?
You are getting closer.
Oh
You
my
are
God.
warming up.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
JB, we're going to take a cue and we're going to play some snooker.
Buttons really for the Wizards? Buttons, how come we get you drug tested? Buttons?
That's a good player, JB, that you guys got. Good player.
He's on the Wizards though.
That's
He's
a
a good
good
player.
player.
He's a good player, but
Why would you give it an A?
A
he
minus.
gave it an A minus for
What did
Johnson.
we give it? A B plus?
Yeah.
I gave it a B. You enjoy giving it a B plus. Like I was like, man,
Gonna
whatever.
surprise you, JB.
He's a shot maker.
All right. Here, do you remember who the Wizards took a couple years ago from the Big Ten from Wisconsin in the first round? Supposed to be a good shooter too. Do you remember his name?
Mm.
You think about it. See, this is my whole point.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
Pittsburgh?
saying, Chris.
oh, sorry. I just said it.
I don't know.
I
don't
just
know
said
either.
it.
I don't know.
You're talking about the guy from Gonzaga?
No. Talking about this guy right here, Johnny Davis.
Johnny Davis.
People were
Who?
knocking him. Indiana
Exactly.
guy.
Is he still in the league?
He's
No.
there with the Wizards.
No.
He was horrible though. Like during, like,
He's
remember
not
how
better.
bad he was in the summer league, and people were like, "Oh, geez." I thought you meant Kispert is who I thought you were talking about.
Kispert is a pretty decent player.
Kispert, like he's another guy we use and abuse in fantasy. We toss him around.
Kispert, if he was on the right team,
Absolutely.
he would be a good player.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, how many of y'all probably said, look at Caruso. Yeah, that guy, he's trash. You know, and then he goes deep. Like, he picked the Bulls last year. You didn't give a crap about Caruso. Thunder? Oh, Caruso. Look at him playing defense. He's doing work.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Even-
we're never
look at
picking up
Isaiah
Johnny
Joe.
Davis in fantasy.
Isaiah Joe. What's the other guy? Higgins. I mean, those guys, if they didn't play Oklahoma City, they would be playing on a team being gone right now.
Yeah, they wouldn't even really get minutes, probably.
They'd be gone. They'd be like being replaced by Johnson from the Wizards, who's going to be replaced by somebody else soon. Because it's the Wizards.
They're going. I'm thinking they're going to flip him to go somewhere else, JB.
Just get rid of him. Think about the guy who plays in Portland right now. You gonna tell me that guy's not a good player, but we just got rid of him?
Yeah.
The kid from Israel.
Mm-hmm. He had a career year last year.
Way better 3-point percentage than Johnny Davis did in college, by the way.
I got you, Buttons. I'm just saying this is a Wizards, bro.
He made 100 threes, I think.
Please tell me, when did the Wizards? When did the Wizards have when was their last good draft pick besides Beal and
what's wrong with Sarr, JB? You don't like Sarr?
No.
You really don't like Sarr?
I like Sarr, yes, I do. But is he going to make an impact? Is he a game changer?
He's not a game changer right now.
He's one of those Frenchmen. He will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're dangerous, JB.
They're dangerous, huh? They're dangerous.
You don't like Koulibaly, JB?
Koulibaly.
They're dangerous.
Bilal Koulibaly.
Yeah. I'm telling you, JB, you got some young talent on that team.
They do. They have your boy, the point guard. You like the point guard. You like him, and they got that. They do. They're the Wizards.
They are the Wizards.
I mean, they're missing some.
I mean, they got
frontline guys. Though.
Okay, is Johnson a shot creator or a shooter?
Both.
You sure? Is he a scorer?
No, I think so.
Think he a scorer?
Undersized.
Yeah, definitely he can score. I just don't
undersized.
know.
Don't forget that Wizards also got CJ McCollum. He better than him?
He's just a
no.
Just a rental.
He may not even play.
Just a rental.
The rental? Okay, but Wizards have a lot of they don't really have a middle. They have old guys and young guys. There's no like middle guys.
Yeah.
They're trying to Sam.
They'll be gone soon. They're gonna get a sweet 100 mil. That cap.
They just need to They just need to luck into an SGA. Is all.
Yeah. That's all.
There's only one of those.
That's all they've got to do.
Just one.
SGA played beside Chris Paul. SGA's development has been his ascension has been pretty impressive.
Definitely has been.
You know,
thanks a lot, Paul George. No, thanks a lot, Kawhi Leonard, for saying I don't want him. I want Paul George.
I mean, but at the time,
you know,
hindsight is 20/20.
Sure.
Right. I hate when folks be like, well, at the time, if they wanted to win, it probably was better for them to get Paul George.
Yeah.
And if Paul George and him stay healthy, which they couldn't do, they probably would be
their timeline. Paul George, Kawhi's matched up much better than SGA's and Kawhi.
And then you're not telling me when they got together, you were like, oh my goodness, you got two of the best two-way players in the league, and you got a nice team. They had the opportunity to let it pass them by because they couldn't stay healthy.
They also
went to the NBA. They went to the Western Conference Finals without Kawhi one year. Paul George was killing. That's when Terrence Mann was killing Utah. Remember that? He had like 40 against them.
There were 2 or 3 years where Paul George was playing at close to MVP level. He was.
In OKC, he was third on the ballot.
Yeah. So
I also saw Paul George throw up a game-winning 3 from the corner in the bubble. It hit the side of the backboard.
I mean,
after being up 3-1.
playoff P is not doesn't
No,
know how
he's
to
not-
close
in the playoffs, he's not Paul George. He turns into George Paul. Sorry.
One year, I said that 1 year he was playoff P.
Yeah.
Get him to the
That's when
Western
he got the
Finals.
name, and then ever since then, it's
Nah, he's been nothing.
George
he's been
Paul.
he's been George Paul. George Paul.
He's been George Paul ever since
That is
then.
true.
Goodness
He
gracious.
killed me on fantasy. I thought I drafted Paul George. I drafted George Paul.
Yes, you
I was
did.
like,
Yes,
what
you
the?
did. Yes, you
That's
did,
wrong.
Chris.
I thought it was just written as last name first. It wasn't.
you-
It was George Paul.
It was George Paul.
I was like, oh, geez. As a commissioner, I tried to flip it and see. You guys didn't notice. Wait,
All right.
he's got George Paul. That's
I'm
a
gonna
ring.
keep an eye. I'm gonna keep a real close eye on this Johnson kid just because of that A- you gave him.
There we go.
I like him.
They
think
got
he's gonna
those-
be good.
I like him.
It's interesting. They got those two Frenchmen and him. They're interesting. It's interesting, JB.
They'll have a
Let's
ton of
start.
money once. They'll have a ton of money. I know that.
They
Once
definitely
get
will.
all
I
these
think they
guys.
got lucky too because if Ace Bailey had fallen to them, I think they would have taken Ace Bailey.
Which I would not have wanted Bailey. I even texted Coop before. I was like, oh, do not take Ace Bailey.
Yeah, for real. Why wouldn't you want the Wizards to have Ace Bailey?
I think he's talented,
He's the best.
He's
scorer
extremely
in the draft.
talented.
very talented.
To me, he's just never gonna be he's just gonna be an all about me kind of guy. What I think he's gonna be.
Okay, all right. There we go. We'll see. He has a chance to prove you wrong,
Yeah,
or prove you right. One of the two.
Well, he didn't. I mean, didn't he say he didn't want to play for the Wizards or?
No, he wanted to be on the Wizards. He didn't want to be on Utah.
I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, and from what I'm hearing, it wasn't about like anything but geographical, right?
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Okay.
with the Wizards, he's close to home, Atlanta, and all
I
that.
got
Go to
you.
the West
Well, he
Coast.
wanted
Utah.
also Brooklyn. I think he could have
Yeah.
gone to.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I think it was more geographical. It wasn't like, I'm not going to the organization.
Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was not a slight or anything. Just
Yeah.
straight geography. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It wasn't like the dude who was like, he got drafted by the Raptors, like, all right, Joey, what have you concocted tonight? What's the lock?
All right.
Or should we say the unlock?
The lock, JB, plus 211. It's a 5-legger.
5 legs. 5 legs.
5 legs at plus 211.
Okay.
3 wise men said, stick to what works for you.
Nothing works for you, Joey.
All money line.
Mr. Money
And here's why this is going to hit.
Okay.
'Cause these are some of the best players in the world to hold a cue stick in snooker.
Oh my God.
The old snooker coming.
Sure.
Snooker.
You're talking trash, so I snooker.
So the best players in the world here.
Who's
And
the
let me
first
tell
guy?
you how. Money line, Robbie McGugin versus Liu Haitian.
Oh, you got to go Haitian.
Haitian, Chris, you got it.
Oh, Haitian
Money
money
line.
line.
He said money line. Okay. The Haitian.
Matthew Stevens, money line.
Yeah.
Stevens.
Got to go Stevens.
Line. Okay.
Napun Sakakam,
Oh, you got to go Napoon.
you got it, Chris. Money line.
Napoon.
Sam Craigie,
Stop it. Spell the name.
P-O-N?
Noppon.
Okay.
It's literally Napoon.
Napoon,
Okay.
Gotcha.
SAENGKHAM.
All right. What's the next guy?
Sam Craigie.
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 Money line.
Craigie.
Okay.
That pick is crazy.
Joe O'Connor.
Oh, okay.
Money line. Get your money plus 211. This is
Plus
this this is
211.
the
A
easy.
lock.
That's easy right
Snooker.
there.
Snooker.
That is easy,
Snooker.
easy money on them snookers.
We might about to get snookered.
Can I ask, what is
But-
snooker? Can you tell me?
Snooker is like pool.
I was like pool. Okay, but what's the difference?
I'm not sure what the actual.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is either. It's on a green pool table.
Okay, so we're betting on something that you have
Oh,
no
yeah.
clue what they're doing,
He's just going.
but you want us to spend our money on a sport that
JB,
you have no clue what's going on.
Here it
JB?
says snooker tables are larger, have smaller pockets, and use more balls.
JB, SMDMM.
Money.
That's Joey. The good thing is, I'm looking
Hey,
right now.
Joey,
You got
You know
Stevens.
who I am? I am Mr. SD.
Yes, you are. You called me. You called me.
Buttons. When you're on the train, Matthew
Right.
Stevens is going to be playing.
Yes,
5
he is.
a.m.
But this is all
Fantastic. I might
early.
have to stream that live,
You
Chris.
you're going to be on the train with a sweat.
Buttons, rips and grips. Stream it on Buttons, rips and grips.
JB.
You're going to be sweating the whole train ride.
When he's sleeping.
Oh, also Napoon is at 5.
Napoon.
Oh, can't wait.
Buttons, by the way,
Joey.
do you know Walter on the train?
Walter.
Black
Doesn't-
dude, bigger black dude.
Oh, yeah. He's been there for a while.
He is sometimes part of our betting. He was, I believe, he
Oh.
got. Oh yeah,
Okay.
we got train conductors in on CJ Square
Love
stuff.
that.
Buttons.
Love
You better
that.
drop a
Yeah.
line on his
The same
Napoon. then.
Walter that said he's gonna be down on something. You was like, nah, he backed out.
He will be back, JB.
Yeah, whatever.
He will be back. He will be back.
He's a cool guy.
Okay.
All right.
One day, I'm gonna hop on that train one day and surprise y'all. Just gonna be on it.
It's
Come
like,
on, JB.
Do a little double take.
yeah.
Absolutely.
They be doing here. I'm be like, yeah. you didn't know.
Now you know.
All right.
That's funny, Chris.
What?
Continue.
He's double taking that thing.
Continue with the delusional pick,
And
sir.
what's the crazy one?
Okay.
Oh,
Big
but that
boy.
one wasn't it.
That nope. It's
Oh no.
I wanted it to be a little bit larger. Took it easy. Plus 848.
All right, that's not too bad.
All WNBA.
Uh-huh.
All money line.
Oh, now we're
Okay.
talking.
Minnesota Lynx at Atlanta Dream. Dream money line.
Dream money line. Got it.
Wait a minute. Dream.
Is Caitlin Clark playing tomorrow?
I don't know. She didn't pay. She didn't pay today because she had an injury.
Yes, I figured that she was not going to play tomorrow. Paige Beckers. We would have missed our first Caitlin Clark Paige Beckers matchup. I'll take Dallas money line.
Ooh, okay.
The soon to be back-to-back WNBA champions, New York Liberty at Phoenix. Liberty money line.
Okay.
Seattle Storm minus Sue Bird. Money line.
That's a lock.
Chicago Sky at Golden State Valkyries. Do you all know that a certain person who says that people say that she is matched up with Caitlin Clark is shooting 32% from the field?
Oh my good lord.
32% from the field.
Isn't she like a post player?
She's a post player. She's shooting 32% from the field. That's why they're going to lose tomorrow. Golden State's money line.
That's a lock too. For sure.
Plus 848.
But we got in review the lock. Snooker. Look, look right into this camera while I'm gonna talk. I got to make sure I got this right. Okay. We got the Haitian money line, Mr. Stevens money line.
Yeah.
Somebody named Napoon money line. We got Craggy. I think it's Craggy or whatever you said it was.
You got it,
Money
JB.
line.
Greg
And we got Mitch O'Connor money line
Joe Connor.
plus 221. That's the lock.
You got it, JB.
They're people there playing snooker. They snooker. Coming in.
That's what
She
they
not
do.
looking. Coming in when she not looking.
That
And
simple.
they snooking her. All right. And the big boy, a measly 848. That's not a big boy, but we're gonna see what happens. We have, I know, hold on, I got this first one. I think I wrote it wrong. We got the Dream money line, Atlanta Dream money line. We got Dallas money line. We got the New York Liberty money line, Seattle Storm money line, and the Golden State Valkyries money
Play
line
line.
plus 848. That may be your best bet.
I think
Maybe.
sounds pretty good, JB.
Unless Caitlin Clark plays against Dallas, then you might be in trouble.
We might be in a little trouble.
She may pull a not so fast, my friend, on you.
She could definitely do that. I don't think she's going to play, but you never know.
Never know.
Surprised you don't like Minnesota, but
Okay.
I'll bet it.
Yeah. Buttons, what are you doing this Sunday?
I don't know.
Buttons, if I don't see you at Joey's pool party on Sunday, we are going to have a problem, Buttons. If I cannot shake your hand and look in your eye on this Sunday, when I make the trek down south on a weekend, fighting the Underground Railroad going south on a weekend, if I do not see you, Buttons, then you and I are going to have a problem.
I might have
Anyway.
to work. I might have weekend coverage this weekend.
Yeah, weekend coverage.
gotta
Oh,
check.
okay. Well, you know what? I tell you what, Buttons. What you gonna do? This is what you gonna do. The next 2 weeks, you're gonna say, JB, I'm off this day, and I am going to drive somewhere near you, and you and I are gonna have a drink,
There you go.
even if it's a water or soda.
We gotta
We
get,
gonna-
we
we gonna
gotta
meet
get
up.
all of us together at Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Hey, so I mean, it can either be me or you, or it can be everybody. Look, I'm trying to
Yeah.
make this happen. I done
All
seen
right.
him in person. I've seen
Got
Joey plenty of times.
I got
But
you.
I ain't sized you up yet. I gotta see.
Okay, gotcha.
I never forget when we went to we were like in school when we had COVID and we had to go to Zoom and all that home stuff. When the school opened back up, everybody who saw me was like, I didn't know you were that tall. I thought you were a short man. I was like, you were wrong. You were
Yeah.
wrong.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm 6'1", so don't be shocked. Not even tall. I said that at the big three, I was like, I'm not tall. These guys are humongous. Like I saw like
Oh,
Nick
yeah.
Young.
I
Nick
bet.
Young he's huge. Joe Johnson looked like a linebacker.
Dang.
Boy.
Yeah, the NBA guys are just completely different,
Yep.
different type of dudes.
Yeah, now Montrezl Harrell was actually smaller than I thought he was. He looked like on TV.
Really?
But I'm still beside him.
Like
That's
you
the
say,
beside-
what, like 6'8"?
No, he's probably 6'5" or 6'7", maybe.
Oh, so he is smaller because I mean he plays like a big.
Yeah, that Brian Scalabrine, that dude is huge. I was like,
he looks huge though.
No, in person, he's sitting down. You're like, what? He's standing up. You're like, this dude is he's not a human. He's
How tall you
gigantic.
think Drexler is?
Oh, Drexler's about 6'7", 6'8", easy. Easy.
Mhm.
Huge dude.
Now Sam Cassell about the same height as me, or maybe a little taller. I would say right beside him too.
Yeah, but it's funny because you watch him on NBA, you would think he's like my height, like a tiny little guy.
Exactly. I saw Dr. J was there too. You know, he was
Yeah, that's
there.
another dude whose freaking hands are huge.
Yeah, Dr. J. I mean, of course, all the guys who were playing.
He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be at the Chantilly. Oh, so that show is this weekend, JB. That I'm definitely going there Saturday.
Oh, what show was that?
Chantilly show, the sports card show.
Sports
okay.
card
that I
show.
that
Who's
I
gonna be
go
there,
that I
buddies?
go to. I'm scheduled right now on Saturday to get 2 signatures on my helmet.
Okay.
Anthony Munoz.
Oh wow.
Okay.
All timer.
Could be the greatest offensive lineman of all time.
Okay, but slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll.
Could be JB. Could be.
Better than Larry Allen?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I think he's probably in the conversation for most people,
I
right?
believe
He's
he
in
had
it.
Definitely.
nine first team All Pros, I believe.
He was a monster.
Number 2, Darrell Green on my defensive one.
Wow.
I come if I come and see Darrell Green, I might end up slapping him. Let me stop. I would not do that. I'm not that kind of person. To get my butt whipped, slapping Darrell Green. At one time, the fastest man in the NFL, easy.
Easy.
Never forget, I was watching a game when they were playing the Rams. Eric Dickerson is in the open field just running. No, but all of a sudden, you watching TV, all of a sudden, this little guy come out of nowhere and just walk him down.
Shoot, he sure did. Eric Dixon was not slow.
Yeah, I mean, he was out in the open by himself. It was like nowhere near him. Eric and Green just came out of nowhere.
At all.
That's
Not
cool,
slow.
buds.
Yep.
The Chantilly,
Big
that's the
time.
one. That's the one that's at the
The Dulles Expo Center.
Expo Center.
Yeah,
You gonna
that's
go up-
pretty big.
You going up 17 buttons to get there?
We go. We take 95 for a little while.
Okay,
usually,
got you.
if it's
All right.
okay. If it's okay.
That's another way. Yeah.
And Buttons, what's the cost to get into this thing?
I believe it's $20 if you don't pre-order. So I pre-ordered, you get $5 off. It's $15 for the entry.
Entry.
Yeah.
I may put up
Don't worry. Don't do that, JB.
might
Don't.
put up on your ass on Saturday.
If you do, then text me and I'll come outside and we can have a conversation. You don't have to pay $20.
I'm coming down. I'm gonna have my hat low. Yo, what you doing here? What the hell?
Again.
Nah, enjoy yourself, man. I think Saturday I'm gonna clean this house and maybe go to the pool or something, relax, you know. But you know, like I told Joey, I said, man, with beginning of July, man, we need to get together,
Definitely.
get a drink. I mean, you know, I know you and Joey, y'all got the kids. It's me and Chris. Chris just lives in the boonies, and
I just at King's Dominion.
and I live up north, so you know. Near the wall, they would say if it was Game of Thrones, he's the king of the north.
He's
right all the way up here.
He has arrived.
Yeah. So, you know, just keep me informed and
All right. Sounds
you
good.
know, yep. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I don't know, ain't nothing really happening in sports. When's Wimbledon starting? Pretty soon?
Next
week?
On Monday,
next
I
week?
believe.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I would talk golf, but no lineup set, so who cares? Chris is gonna probably win it now.
Probably.
Unless he blows it somehow.
It's counterfeit unless I win by a certain amount. So I'm not.
Yeah.
Unless I win by now like 800, it doesn't count. So I
just don't understand how none of them didn't get set. I think I pulled a Joey.
He sure did.
Joey, U.S. Master of Darts is this weekend. If you want to.
Oh, is it?
Oh my God.
So if you want to toss sprinkle
something else in there, Chris.
Huh?
Maybe I should sprinkle something else in there
before you finalize your bet.
Yeah, go ahead, do your own time. Y'all have a good night.
All right, guys.
Get some sleep, man.
Get some sleep, Buttons.
See you on that train, Buttons.
Get you a coffee, man. Something.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys. Peace.